was a boy, a very strange and haunted boy. They say he wandered very far, very far, over land and sea. A little shy, sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, a magic day, he passed my way. While we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever is just to love and be loved.
That's enough of that. Hi. Sorry for the horrible angle. My webcam is literally sitting in my ashtray. Hi, Viral Effects. Hi, Beans. Yeah, it's the only angle I could figure out. Hi, Mr. Kinkle. Kinky? Mr. Kinky, sorry. It looked like Pickle. Beans, Jesus Christ, could you not wind yourself around the very hot curling iron? You dumb beast. I love you so much. Anyway. Hey, Raven. Yeah, I put that on just for something kind of quick that would fit the vibe, and I was like, fuck, I haven't watched this movie in a long time. But anyway, take 2 of the, wild failures of last night. I went to the store. This is what I was looking for yesterday. I thought I'd be able to find it, and I couldn't. This, not this fucking pool noodle. I mean, the difference is, like, next to negligible. Hey, outdoor loser. But, like, you think that they're not that far off? They are. This has no bend. This is supposed to bend. Like, I put, a video of what I did, on my, my channel on the COD's Discord, thing, explaining what I did before I got to this point, but, I decided to go for a new strategy. I took the measurements. This is almost to size of what I'm doing. It was just a little too short. But basically, I took the size that I needed for my head. It's sitting back about here on this mannequin. I taped it closed. And then I put the sock that I tried to use last night around it just because this is so dark it was showing right through the hair. And then I, like, made sure that my sectioning was okay, and I started to curl everything on the outside, like, that's up in this now. Yeah, Ravenheart, that was a fucking shit show. I can't believe how much time I wasted last night. But, so everything that's, like, up now, I curled, like, up towards the ponytail, so that it would, like, kind of lay better. I don't know, now that this is in, if I'm gonna keep the sock bun, or if I'm gonna do, like, multiple rolls. We'll figure that out later. But all of this is staying down for the most part. I might bring a couple more of these little bits up, just because there's a little bit of, like, sparseness right back here, but I could also probably just kind of cover it with some of this. We'll see. But my problem last night was everything I tried, I was just looking like fucking Yubaba from Spirited Away, which is not what I'm going for. So, following a point of, like, slight doneness, once I'm, like, content with where this is at, I am going to take it off, try it on, glue it down, and then see if I can actually get this on my head, because, like, you know, this was the other kind of, like, important thing I'm wearing, and, like, you can't, hang on. Let me put it on and then I'll arrange this, but, like, this is, like, it's a headband with, like, a halo on it. So, like, this thing coming off of it, kind of, it's, see what I mean? Like, on just my head, it's fine, but with this, I don't know if it's gonna work. And I don't know if I can bend it enough to sit right. So, I don't know. Hi, Michael Mendoza. Yeah, so, new problems may arise, but we are in a much better situation today than we were yesterday. The call I have ready is MySpace Molly, cause, if I'm gonna get angry at something, I'd prefer it be the pedophile and not the wig. So, and not every single one of the pieces that I have left down is gonna stay this length. I am gonna trim some of them, cause I want a lot of it to be like baby hair. Like, you know, this length or a little shorter, longer, depending, you know, with the curl, obviously not straight and this length. But, yeah. Let me actually show you guys what I'm, like, truly going for. It'll be easier to just pull up a picture on my phone and show it than, like, actually try and show it on the screen. But, so, the vibe I'm going for is something like that, or like that, or like that. So, I know it's not great, but hey, Rick Gillespie, we just started, but, like, very much not what was happening last night. So, you know. But yeah, so, MySpace Molly call. Here we go. They're fucking cheating on me! But yeah, MySpace Molly call. Might have to pull some of these bottom tendrils up for sparsity's sake. And then pinning and fucking around and recurling of things. So, yeah.
Who's Molly?
Who indeed?
She was a friend.
I don't ever remember you talking about her before.
Ugh.
She was a friend.
She was a child.
Lauren, you were friends with a little girl on MySpace?
No. Well, she was 15 when I met her. She was 19 last time I talked to her. This is when I got incarcerated. Before that.
Bitch.
How did you become friends with her?
Yeah, Lauren, how?
I met her on the country music chat room.
Country music chat room.
She was from Maine. They had country music chat rooms for every state. You could go to different states, and they'd have country music chat rooms in every state.
Okay.
And I lived in Maine at the time.
Did you meet her?
No.
Did you try to? Because I just want to let you know, Lauren, I love you and I respect you, but there's more information about Molly than you know that's out there, so I just want to know from your point of view.
What information is there about Molly?
I'll tell you, but I don't trust that you'll tell me the truth.
I love that Emma was smart enough to be like,
So
oh,
I'm not
going to
tell you
after
until
tell me.
afterwards.
Didn't Okay, there you paused it, right?
It's paused. She might have written on the forum after doing a search for your name and told the forum a few things. Not that I believe her, but really no reason for her to lie. There is a reason for you to lie, though. That's kind of, like, with all due respect, but knowing your patterns when it comes to this stuff, I'm curious.
Me and Molly were going to try to be boyfriend and girlfriend. But with the way she acted, she was just too young at the time.
Really? The
We both
child
talked about
acted
it.
too young for
And
you,
said
Lauren?
no.
What a
I was a good
surprise.
friend with Molly for 4 years.
Okay. She said that you guys were friends, but you were inappropriate at times during the chats with her.
Yeah, she was too.
Well, yeah, but she was a little girl. Don't you fucking dare. Hear
I
me?
just said I know. I just said I know.
Good. We can move on if you want.
I think I want to stop there tonight.
What a
You can't
surprise.
just throw a fit because I asked a question about something in your past. It wasn't a problem that you talked with Molly, but I know, like you can't assign responsibility to a little girl. Even if she was the first one, even if she turned her
Yeah, I
camera on
did.
and she was naked, even if she did all of
So-
that, I'm just saying, like, please be aware that you just said, well, she did
I
first
did.
and she did too. But, you know, like, she's
feel-
little,
I
sweetie.
know.
She was just a kid.
I
I
just
actually feel like maybe I
tried to
should
neglect
not do a bun
responsibility.
I think we can.
and do like
I think we shouldn't quit
multiple
tonight.
smaller curls. I feel like that will make it feel less, like you baba, like I was saying.
I think because this girl,
I think I like that idea. Oh,
you could have met up with her and her in the way that you were planning to meet Kayla, Lauren.
I know.
And I'm glad that you didn't.
I know, that was my whole plan.
What stopped you?
What stopped me? Because she was underage.
That didn't stop you
Well,
later.
but you said that you were going to try to be boyfriend and girlfriend with her. Did you already tell her that you loved her and all that stuff?
No, not right off the bat.
No, just later
Well, no, not right
on.
off the bat, but while you were still talking to her, because you were already about 32
Yeah.
and she was 15. So I'm wondering if the conversation was pretty much the same as what was happening here.
No, with me and Molly, it was completely different. She talked to me about her boyfriend and her family.
Sure,
and
Jan.
problems in the
Okay.
family. I was the one that she would talk to about all of her problems. Yeah.
Right. So there was more conversation there. Obviously, we know Kayla was there just to be like a shell of a teenage girl. And Molly was a real girl. So she's going to have more going on in her life.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how the boyfriend and girlfriend situation came up between the two of you.
And that was just at the beginning.
How did that start? I know you're saying that you were in a country music chat room. So how did it start that you guys were going to be boyfriend and girlfriend?
Well, we started talking, and it wasn't the first night. I don't
Okay.
remember exactly when, but I sang, and she liked my singing, and she's asshole ticket of like Kenny Chesney. And
How old
I used to sing
do you think Lauren
songs that she liked.
really is? Oh my phone.
Okay.
I think he's just like the
Definitely.
world's most
Kenny
hillbilly
Chesney.
vampire. Ass of
Okay.
a tea kettle.
So
Hey,
then how did
Savior
the
Juice.
boyfriend girlfriend thing start?
Ah,
I don't know. I don't remember exactly how that started.
Okay. So I'm really curious because I'm wondering how it could get from I like your singing to we're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend.
when you mix this
I don't
pedophile
know.
in, that's how.
I don't remember if
What
it
did-
was her that. I don't remember if it was her that mentioned it or if it was me.
Okay. So then
Well,
how
Lauren, if
Well,
it
we
was
both
her
thought
that
about it.
mentioned it,
There was
hey
like
John
3
Ryan,
years that
you as the
She had to
adult
wait before she
were the
could-
one responsible for saying,
for her and I
no,
could see each other.
dear child, you're a
Yeah.
child.
what we thought about it, it's just like that was a long time for her to have to wait during her teenage years in high school. So we just decided against it, and we remained friends, and I still think the world of her today.
Okay, that wasn't too much.
She's a very special person.
Did she mention that she
So,
posted in our
once this is
forum
at a point,
a few years back
near completion,
wanting to discuss,
I'm gonna put glitter in it.
like you were, Lauren, you gave her your last name.
Savior Juice. I am attempting to style a wig for this moon fairy thing I'm gonna try to pull off at the Ren Fair I'm going to this summer. And this is like the worst angle I've ever streamed at because it's the only way to do this while I'm in this room. But yeah, I streamed last night for like 7 hours trying to do this, and it was a complete waste of time because nothing I tried worked. So, take two, going extremely better than last night. So, hopefully, tonight we will get to a spot where I can actually take this off the mannequin head, put it on, glue it down, and make sure that everything is the way that I need it. So, yeah. But, anyway.
Name too. You wanted to marry her and all this stuff, she said. And the reason I believe her is because you've done that to every female besides me that I know you've talked with. And I'm wondering if remembering about Molly, if it's so difficult because it's reminding you that you actually might have a predilection for little girls, for younger girls. You celebrated that Kayla had not yet grown any pubic hair, or not that much. And then there's a 15-year-old that you wanted to be her husband, and there's Kayla, and the other chats, allegedly, I don't know because you don't remember them, that you had with the other Disney girl and Kimmy Cocoa Puff. And it's paused. But I'm just wondering if you understood that is a part of you. It's not something that goes away.
I didn't understand any of it then.
What about now?
Well, now I understand that's not what I want. But I've always wanted an adult woman. What exactly happened? I'm still fighting, trying to understand it all. Figure out just exactly where I went wrong.
Fighting, trying not to understand it,
The thought process
actually.
started going off.
How many others have you talked to?
Molly's the only other one that I ever talked to that was underage.
Why would Molly be the only other one?
Okay, I thought he said other woman,
Because,
not other one.
well, no, it was one
Because I was
other
going to be
one.
like,
She
well,
was
no,
17.
she was a child, not a woman.
Melissa, where was she at?
She was in Maine.
Thanks.
She
yeah,
was in Maine.
last night was like
Yeah,
6
she had a lot of
hours, 7
problems.
hours of a shit show, so.
And how did you meet her?
On the internet. She was in a chat room. In the country, I think she was in the country music room or a main room or something like that.
Okay. And then did you ever meet her?
I did.
Okay.
Her and her friend came over to meet me when my nephew was there. Todd was actually
Came over to
her age,
your...
over to my house.
They went to your
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, but I think she was like 19 at the time that she came over.
So you talked to her for 2 years?
I think I actually talked to her for 3 years, I think. And the last I knew, she was in Wisconsin or Montana or somewhere around there.
Okay, so...
I think.
Well, yeah, but this is way after. We're talking about when this was happening.
When that was happening, I was just talking to her. I wasn't anything.
Okay, so when she came over to
Sure,
your
Lauren.
house, what happened then?
Nothing. Her and her friend sat in the chair, and me and Todd talked to them for a little bit.
Who the fuck is Todd?
left.
Because hey,
Todd
Smoke
was
Daddy.
around her age.
But who the fuck is
Todd
Todd?
was around
Because
whose age?
he
I think Todd
only
was
mentions
around.
his nephew
Actually, I
Derek.
think Todd was a year older than them, I think.
How old was she really?
Or Darren.
We're not
When she
recording
came
right
over?
now, Lauren. This is the time for you to
When
be
she
really
came over, she
honest.
was, I just told you, when she came over, she was 19.
Well, the issue that I'm having is a lot of times you lie, and I understand why you are, because you're scared. But this is the time for you to be honest with me.
Okay, I'm being honest. If she wasn't 19, she was 18. She was of age.
So you talked to her for 2 years, so she was really 16 when you started talking to her, if that was the case.
Yeah, maybe she was 16. She might have been 16.
Okay.
But if she was 16, she was close to 17. She didn't just turn 16.
Well, I know, the thing that I noticed is that a lot of times the guys would say stuff like, she's almost 14 or she's almost this, because then it doesn't sound as bad. It sounds like she's a little bit older than just saying she's 16, she's 17. It's better for them to say she's almost 17, she's almost 18. So what happened after that?
Nothing. I never saw her again.
Why didn't you?
Because we were just friends.
Because her friend probably
Then
went, why the fuck
wouldn't
do you know this
see
old
her
man?
again?
You're
Unless
never
you were
going back there
thinking
again.
when she came over to meet you or when you started talking to her that you were going to be boyfriend and girlfriend.
I've only ever heard him talk about the one
No,
that was like the brother of the two Nishis that he was a creep
first met her.
towards.
She was not in a good position when I first met her.
Oh, yeah, because I guess, I think...
Yeah, when I first met her online.
What, doesn't his sister
Did you have any
a
feelings
son?
of wanting to be her boyfriend,
that
though,
must be
even
like
though she
Lori's
had
kid,
a lot of
I think?
problems?
I don't know if I did at all.
I'm actually gonna go grab the
Maybe
rest
that
of
brought
my
something out in you,
burger,
like,
and I will be
I
right
can
back.
protect her, I can help her out, and so that started some romantic feelings.
Ah,
Well, maybe it did. I don't know.
don't you
I
dare
like
fall
helped her
over,
out
bitch. Okay.
a lot, being someone to talk to, because she had a boyfriend. And when I met her, she didn't have a boyfriend, though. I think it was like a year later she had a boyfriend. And she talked to me a lot about him.
Okay.
I was really confused about things.
Do you think she might have been more around Molly's age when you started talking to her?
I started talking to her, no.
Okay.
Okay.
So what would make you talk to somebody for 2 years? That's a really long time, especially if they're in the same state as you and you're feeling romantic toward them. What would make you wait that long?
Then,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of like with Amanda. Amanda.
Amanda James.
Yes.
Okay. So how is she like
Yeah.
Amanda James?
Yeah, in what fucking way, dude?
Well, she wasn't like Amanda James the way that I was. With Amanda James, it was 2 years with her. And I waited 2 years. I didn't date anyone or anything.
Okay, so when you were talking to Melissa, who was probably about 16, you're thinking you didn't talk to anyone because you didn't want to cheat on her?
No. I was talking to other people. I was talking to Molly at the same time I was talking to Melissa. I was also going out and stuff like that, too.
You pedophilic
Okay,
stud,
well, you said that she was like Amanda.
I said I was. I said I was like Amanda. 2 years, not going out with anyone or anything like that. That's how I just talked to someone not doing it. But with Melissa,
I'm sorry, I don't know.
just burnt to Melissa. I don't know. I get lost somewhere there. You asked me. All right, you asked me how I could go 2 years with just talking to someone.
Yeah, when you were talking with Melissa, because I get Amanda. She was in Pennsylvania. You were all the way out in Washington, so it wasn't like you could just go and meet each other. I understand that. But when it came to Melissa, she's in Maine. You're in Maine. Talking to someone for 2 years, especially a teenager who's pretty much going to bail, pretty quickly. What made you want to talk to her for that long?
Just because she needed a friend to talk to.
Yeah.
Her and I were friends.
I'm just such a good
did
person,
like each other.
Debbie.
Okay. What made you have an interest in her?
Yeah, it took a while, but maybe it was just because of where she turned to me for advice and stuff.
Okay. So she needed
That might
you.
have been part of it. Yeah, maybe that was part of it.
Did you guys exchange pictures and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was there
flash-
anything-
flash
We
on
didn't,
these children, too.
no, we didn't exchange that many pictures. I think I only
Okay.
got like 3 or 4 pictures of her.
Okay. Were any of them a little provocative?
No,
Yes.
no,
The fuck
They were just
one.
straight pictures.
just straight pictures of her face, not even of her body.
Okay. What did she see of you?
She saw me on cam.
Oh, you had a cam back then too.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. Before you even ask it, I know what you're going to ask now.
Why not?
I don't know, because we were just friends.
Yeah, but you were saying that you were feeling romantic toward her.
Yeah, I wasn't the same person back then either.
Well, yeah, but if you're feeling romantic
Yeah, but if you're a
towards
massive,
someone, that's
disgusting pervert
more than a
like
friendship,
you
so you're gonna want to be intimate with them, or at least talk about being intimate, and that showing yourself would be something that you're sharing with people that you have that type of an interest with.
Yeah, but never went there with me, Melissa.
And I'm not here to judge you, Lauren. I really want to talk this out so that you can get it out on the table. I think that you've been holding this stuff in for a really long time. And I know that going through this chat is really hard to do because right now you're reading it to an adult. And that has to be hard.
I don't understand why reading
So
his chat log
when I'm
isn't
talking
part
to you
of his
about
treatment.
Melissa
You
and
know what I
Molly,
mean? You'd think it
I really
would
want
be.
to know what type of conversations that you were having then, because it sounds like the experiences that you were having on the internet were going in a really bad direction.
Ah, fuck you.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Ha!
But it wasn't,
Got you, you bitch.
there wasn't anything bad about Molly or Melissa.
What would make you stop it with them, but you went forward with Kayla?
I don't know.
Did Molly and Melissa ever tell you that they weren't interested in seeing your cam or your naked body or anything like that?
Did they ever tell me that they weren't interested in seeing me? No.
Yeah. Or did they ask to see you?
Well, I don't know. I don't remember if they did at all.
Is it pretty likely
Molly
that
had
they
a
did?
cam.
That's a lie.
Molly had a cam, and I saw Molly on cam too.
Okay. So what happened when you guys were camming together?
We talked.
So you talked the
Your
same way,
story
like
would
how
rapidly
you were
change.
typing with Kayla at the same time you were on cam and she was typing to you
No.
at the same time. So you both were doing the same thing. What do you mean?
We were talking.
Oh, you were talking over the microphone.
We were talking over the microphone. And we'd also call each other and talk to each other on the phone too.
Oh, okay. And you would be sitting there on the camera?
No, because my computer wouldn't let me have the cam and the microphone on at the same time.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
So what did you used to do when you're talking to either Melissa or Molly and you would start to get turned on because you would be having romantic feelings toward them?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I don't feel uncomfortable with the
You're one of those
conversation.
weirdos.
What is that?
So I don't feel uncomfortable with the conversation.
Yeah, I can imagine that you would feel uncomfortable. But I'm not uncomfortable.
You know, the one on the table here.
I understand. The thing is that it's really important to analyze this type of stuff so that you can see where things started. You can see where your first experiences came from, where your interest and how you kind of knew how to navigate these types of relationships online. Because I have to tell you, when going through this chat, even so far, there's so much that you knew how to do already as far as keeping yourself hidden. Because I know that you were scared. It must have been a really scary thing.
All right, hold on. Let me use the bathroom.
Okay.
You there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still there?
Yeah, she is.
I'm here. What, did you go rub one out?
Did I what?
Did you go rub one out?
No, I'll put it this way. I had a lot of fruit today.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Okay. All right, man of fiber. I just wanted to let you know it's still not recording. So.
It says not recording. So I'm going to tell you
No.
this one thing. Me and Molly
Okay.
had strong feelings for each other.
No.
What does that mean?
Meaning, she was 18 when this was wrong, but when I was down in Nashville, she was going to come down to Nashville to see me, and we were going to try something then. Me and Molly tried to see each other one other time when we in the first year that we met. It was like
Okay.
towards the end of the first year that we met. Tried to see each other, but I went up to see her, but I brought somebody with me. We were just
What did you bring with you? Was that Roy?
No, it's irrelevant.
It's definitely
Oh,
not.
okay.
I brought somebody with me because we were just going to see each other. We weren't even going to talk to each other. We weren't even going to touch each other or nothing. We were just going to see each other because we both wanted to know that we both existed.
Lauren,
Hello, Beans.
who did you bring with you? Come on.
It's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant, Lauren, because you went to go meet her and you brought
No, I
something
didn't.
It's
with you.
irrelevant.
I
That's
didn't.
why I
did
brought
not
it
go
up.
to meet her. Just went to
Where
see
did you
her.
go to see her?
That doesn't matter either.
That's even creepier, Lauren. You went to
Dude.
stalk her? You didn't even want to let her know you were
No.
watching her? Dude, come on.
It was a mutual thing. She wanted to see me too.
So what did you do? Just like drive by and wave or something?
Well, there was supposed to be some fair going on or something like that.
You brought your mom, didn't you?
No, I didn't bring my mom.
All right, because that's the only person that I think that you'd bring that
Hey!
you didn't want to mention. So I don't think you
eat
brought
shit
anybody.
off the floor.
No, well, I know I did,
Beans.
so.
All right, I gotta kick her out. Hang on.
Why did you want to bring someone?
Get out.
that
No,
way-
out.
Make sure that I had somebody there that knew that I weren't going to meet her.
Swept in here
We were just going
twice.
to
Get
go
out.
so we could see each other.
So somebody else had a concern
Not
about
me.
you meeting a little girl.
No, not even meet. We weren't even going to meet. We just wanted to see each other.
What's the point? You guys were just going to spend all that gas money to wave after you
Anyway.
had been very close and in a relationship that you said you felt committed? Lauren, can you please help me make sense of that? I just don't get it. You're not that desperate.
Just because we cared about each other. At the time, we cared about each other.
Sure.
And we wanted to see that the other one was real.
Did she have concerns that you weren't real?
She had concerns at the same time that I did. My concern was because of what happened with Amanda James.
Didn't you see her on cam? What did you think you were looking at then?
We saw each other on cam, but I don't know. I guess we both just wanted to feel better about knowing the other one.
So it wasn't to
No,
verify
I
that
don't
she was
remember.
real. That's bullshit, Lauren. You're smarter than
Yeah.
that, dude. Come on, you're not dumb. I know you're not
Yeah,
dumb.
but at the time, I was going downhill. I know now that I was going downhill. At the time, I just didn't know how bad.
Right, but you apparently knew because you brought someone with you. You don't want to say who, and you don't want to say why. You're giving us some bullcrap to make sure that it's not an Amanda James thing. But you saw her on cam. You saw her
Listen.
speak. No,
Please
I'm not
listen
done
to me.
talking. I'm not done. You saw her on cam. You saw her lips move when she spoke. You knew she was real. You wanted to meet her to see that she had a lower torso. I don't. You knew she was real. You wanted to verify what? If you don't want to meet up or hug or kiss or give a high five, it doesn't make sense. And Judge Judy's law, if it doesn't make sense, then it's bullshit.
Well, that's Judge Judy's law, but it's not mine. It's not bullshit.
So whose idea was it to do this?
I'm not lying to you at all about this.
Who was the one who was nervous?
I don't know. I don't remember. I remember if it was my idea or if it was hers. And I brought somebody with me to make sure that I was safe.
What did you think was going to happen?
That I was safe.
I didn't think anything was going to. I didn't know what was going to happen. I just brought somebody with me for my own security.
So you wanted to make sure that if you had someone with you and you go to a fair that's like a public place, there's a lot of people around, there's a chance that you could have just been going there. It just so happened that you were both there at the same time, but it wasn't to see each other. In case it ended up like a situation like To Catch a Predator.
No, in case it wound up where somebody said something about me being somewhere, I had a witness that I was right there with that person.
Where would they think that you were going to be?
I don't know. I was just trying to look out for my own ass at the time.
Well, yeah, but if you're
Because you were
saying
doing
that
something
you
creepy
wanted
and
someone there
illegal?
with you so they could prove that you were there, what was the alternative? What would people think as far as where you were going? What were you afraid of?
I don't know. I'm afraid of something being said,
I don't
happening,
know.
and not really happening.
Okay, so like if she had said he came up here and we ended up having sex, but you really didn't,
Yeah.
you were afraid that she was going to say that because she was underage.
Yeah.
Okay. So at that time, since you were
Why
back
would she have
in
said that,
Maine,
Lauren?
you were about 35,
Oh,
36.
that's it, and I'm
But I
jealous.
was, that,
I
that
meant
this
to
happened,
get high earlier, and then I
almost
didn't because I got in the
33.
zone of
Oh,
trying
okay.
to do
And
this
then she
again.
was 14.
No, she wasn't 14. Where'd you get 14 from?
Okay, was she 15?
She's 15. All right, let's see. I came back here, I was 31. When I met her, I was 15. She was 15 when I was 32.
Okay. So I was pretty close. I try to
I'm gonna go
remember
grab
stuff. Sometimes
the
I can't.
claw clip
Well, I
that
can't remember
Dante
a lot
got
of
me
things. A lot of
when I went down there
Some things I do
for
remember.
Galentine's.
So she was 15 at the
Put that
time, and you
up
were really
a little
nervous
bit.
about going to actually meet her face to face because it could have been a
weren't
sting.
going to meet her. That's the thing.
To go
I
see
was
her, but you didn't know.
Yeah.
You didn't know what was happening. The fact of you showing up would have been enough. There were guys on To Catch a Predator who didn't actually make it to the house. There were guys that just
Yeah.
drove by.
That's why I had
So that's what
a
I'm
witness there
saying.
with me. That's why I
Right,
had
just in
someone there
case,
with me.
just in case you got arrested
Yeah.
because you were scared
Can
of
be arrested for
what.
not-
Yeah.
Can be arrested for not doing anything. No intention of doing anything.
Did you bring somebody with you to make sure that you didn't do anything and get in trouble? You were thinking ahead, and that's smart if you did.
No, I
Dante gave
brought
me
someone with me for a witness so that
They could
nobody
see
could say anything, so nobody could say anything about me doing anything.
Well, that's pretty much what I said, sweetie, but okay.
So I know that we don't know who this person is, but were they aware of how old Molly was at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
They even told me also that I need to leave her alone for 3 years.
Okay.
But then this person wound up talking to Molly too and said she'd be a good person for you to be friends with. Even though she's underage, she'd be a good person to be friends with because she can sound like she was honest and she was sincere.
Okay.
And she was. She was very, very honest and very, very sincere.
So he became friends with Molly too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of.
Was he a chatter too, just like you were?
No.
I know Tony and Roy don't like to be on the internet and all of that, and it's not anything that Debbie and I are going to...
Roy likes being on the internet.
Well, he doesn't like being on the internet the way I put him on there. Let's just say that.
No, he doesn't like that, but I wish I could get you guys to help me get him off the internet because he's going to get tired of himself.
So then after you saw Molly, what happened?
I didn't see her.
Oh, she wasn't there?
No, she said the fair was supposed to be one day, but she got that day wrong. And she asked me if I could stay another day, and I said no. I said I got to work, so I never got to see her.
Oh, okay. Well, why wouldn't you just pick another place?
This is something that I think, and I don't know if anybody else has talked about this or had this theory. I think that maybe, Molly had second thoughts, or that her friend, made her see how dangerous it was inviting Lauren out there, and lied about the fair being on a different day as, a last-ditch effort. You know what I mean? The fair actually was the day that they were gonna come up, and... You know what I mean? I don't know that, but I wonder if maybe Molly just chickened out and was like, it's actually, tomorrow, can you stay? And, hoping that he couldn't. I don't know, but I wonder about that sometimes.
Well, because I couldn't keep staying around any longer.
Well, yeah, I know, but did she pick the fair because it was in walking distance from her house, or how was...
I don't know.
I'm just asking because it seems to me like if you had drove a certain distance, how far was it for you?
It was ways away.
Like what? Like 4 hours?
It was a long drive.
Was it longer than 4 hours?
Why are we getting so detailed in this?
I'm asking you questions, Lauren. Why are you not answering the questions? I'm asking you.
Because I want to know why we're getting so detailed in it.
Because I'm asking for the story. I'm trying to understand things. Didn't you ever notice through this whole time that I ask a lot of questions?
Yeah, I noticed, but
Okay, so it's because I'm trying to help. Well, I will tell you.
I don't remember what I was wearing that day either.
I didn't ask you what you were wearing. I'm asking you very specific questions because I'm trying to understand, and I'm going to try to help you understand. And if you refuse to do that, then you're going to be stuck in the same place. And then 5 years from now, you're going to say, I don't understand why. This is trying to figure it out right now. This is what we're doing. So I get that it makes you uncomfortable. I know. I know that it is, Lauren.
Yeah, no
it's not going to get any better if you refuse to acknowledge what's already happened. If you refuse to acknowledge your memory, because you do remember. There are things you're going to remember. You just don't want to say. And that's the problem. So let's get through that.
Okay, listen to me, please. Emma, are you listening?
Yes.
Emma? Where's Emma?
She may have stepped away for a second. I'm not sure.
Wait till Emma's back.
Okay. At least we're not reading the chat log, huh, Lauren?
Yeah. Well, I'm away from one difficult thing to another.
I know. It's always hard to talk about the tough stuff.
It is. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Especially with the person that I'm talking to is the one I'm interested in.
Well, you're going to get through this.
Even though I want you to know everything, it's still really difficult.
Yeah, I know. I know it's tough because it's something that you have buried and you haven't wanted to talk about. You're in denial about it as if nothing ever happened. And I think that as soon as you do, and you answer my questions and we get through this and you elaborate on stuff so that I don't have to ask 500,000 questions, we can work it out and we can say, okay, I'm understanding this part now. Now let's move on to the next part. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've never had anybody that I can open up to all the way.
Well, good. I'm glad.
I have you and I have Emma. And this, I don't want Emma taking offense to it. Sometimes it's still hard to open up to her just because of that fear that I'm being recorded without.
Hey, sorry, back.
Not gonna do that.
Oh, I had to use the restroom.
Okay. Well, he wanted to tell us both something, so we were just waiting until he got back.
Sorry, Lauren, back, hun.
Okay. I know it's imperative that we're not being recorded right now.
No, it hasn't been on since you guys read the chat, 20 minutes ago, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know that with the messages that you sent me the other day, I had to give a magnifying glass to read it, but I was able to read it. I know that somebody was asking questions about Molly.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure it's not being recorded because they don't need to know anything about Molly.
Yeah, well, she's a real person, so.
Yeah, she's a special person. She was always a special person to me.
She was a child.
Well, she came out to the community already, so people already know about her. But as far as you're concerned and your point of view and your opinions about her, that's not going to be shared by me anyway, unless you tell somebody else. So don't worry about that.
All right. Molly lived 3.5 hours away from me. She lived in Presque Isle, so that's where I drove from. Was from Cambridge to Presque Isle.
Where I live,
Tony was the one that went with me. Tony thought that I should be waiting to talk to her until she was 18.
Presque Isle. It creeps me out.
After he talked to her a little bit, he didn't talk to her very much, but he talked to her a little bit. And he said that she seems like a nice person to be friends with. But he did say that he thought that I still should wait until she's 18 to talk to her, or to meet her.
Okay.
Not to talk to her, but to meet her. But when I got caught up in the sting, Molly saw her and she called Tony.
Oh, she saw it on TV.
Being loose,
Yeah,
like I
so
prefer
Tony,
that.
okay.
I just wanted them to keep a
Tony
shape,
said, nothing we can do about it. Anything else I was said, I don't know. I don't think the conversation was very long because Tony had companies at the time, he said.
Oh, okay. Did you ever talk to her after that? No, because you went to prison. So that would make sense, right?
Prison.
Okay.
Did I ever wish that I did? Yeah, I wish that I did because, and I had a really good friendship. We grew to love each other in a friendship way because we would talk so much and shared so much with each other.
No.
Okay.
She was going through quite a tough time.
Yeah, you were part of the tough time.
When she was 15, 16.
God, I hate
Started
him
getting
so
a little
much.
better when she was 17. Then 18, she was, once she graduated, after she graduated, she was going to come out in Nashville.
Okay. So when you were talking to Kayla, you were talking to Molly at the same time?
Well, when I was talking, I was talking to Molly's son. I wasn't talking to her very much, though.
But there was still a plan for her to come down and be with you?
No, not be with me, to visit with me.
Okay.
But as far as being, there was no plans for us to be boyfriend and girlfriend. She was going to come down and visit me. Whatever happened, happened.
What changed the boyfriend and girlfriend thing?
Just over time, things change, and we have to know each other better in a better way, and it was hard to tell what was going to happen with us.
Were you hoping something would happen?
I don't know that I was hoping something was going to happen, or if I just didn't give it much thought either way. I know that I had feelings for her,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that I loved her as a friend.
My entire
But I know that I had feelings for her, but whether or not anything happened between us, I don't know. I guess I didn't give much thought.
The entirety of my
And I was so messed up at the time anyway that it would have been a bad time for her to have anything to do with me.
Okay. So then when you first started talking to Molly, a couple of years before you got to Nashville and you were messed up at the time, you had said that you started to already get out of control. What does that mean?
With alcohol and giving things away and doing things for everybody, and really get out of control with the alcohol through the people that I was hanging around.
So after that first time when you went there was no fare there, so you weren't able to drive by or show up and just see each other. There was no other place where that could have happened?
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
I'm just curious because you drove 3.5 hours. The fair is not the only place in the entire town to meet up. I mean, I understand that she's not going to want to say, come over to my house, but was someone going to be with her too?
She was going to be with a friend at the fair.
Okay, so she was going to be with a friend. Okay. So I'm wondering why there weren't additional plans made to say, okay, the fair is actually not today, so we're going to go to the mall or we're going to go to McDonald's and we'll be out front and then you can just drive by.
I don't know. We just haven't planned it.
Okay. Well, that seems like a waste of a trip.
That's what we planned on. And it wasn't my fault and Tony's fault that it wound up being that day.
No, it wasn't your fault, but I'm saying that seems like a really small detail. And since you drove all the way there, do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, why didn't I have an alternate plan? I don't
Well,
know.
why,
even
if you didn't...
She was lived in that area, so she knew when the fair was, so that was the plan.
But...
I figured she knew the date.
Did you have her phone number so that you could figure something out if it wasn't going to work out or something?
No, she always called me.
Okay. So you didn't have any way of calling each other when you got up there?
No, she had a way to call me because I had a cell phone back then.
Okay. Did she blow you off?
No, I don't believe she did. She asked me if I could stay another day because if it didn't start till the next day, and I believe her.
Okay. So I guess it just kind of blows my mind that there wasn't an alternative. That's all.
No, nothing I could do about it.
Well, I mean, you were the adult. You could have had...
Yeah, but I just figured she was in that area, so she knew when it was. So I never thought of any alternate plan.
Man, two dummies making plans.
Smart ass.
So did you ever see her at any other time?
No.
Okay. But you stayed in contact with her?
Yep.
Okay. So at the very beginning, and again, I'm kind of stupid sometimes, so I kind of reiterate things and stuff like that. But so when you first started talking in this country music room, you would sing the songs that she liked and you were talking privately. When did it turn into like a boyfriend-girlfriend thing? Did it happen quick?
I don't know. I don't remember. When you ask me them questions, I don't remember because it was so long ago, and it's not like I marked it down on a calendar.
Right. But at the time when you were going to go see her, when you drove up there to see her at the fair, you had already been talking like boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah,
for probably over a year, probably.
Oh, okay.
So you groomed a child for over a year. Okay.
Just regular talk, like 6 months or so.
Okay, so you're saying that you talked for 6 months and then it became romantic, or what do you mean by regular talk?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think that's what happened because I remember we had talked for a while.
Okay. When you guys were talking like boyfriend and girlfriend, were you talking about romantic things, like what you guys, would want to do on dates and stuff like that?
Yes, I don't remember. I mean, we weren't going to go on dates then. We weren't going to do anything until she was 18.
It hasn't even been an hour yet,
Well,
and I accomplished. I mean, I did start before I started the stream, but
high school years that she had to go through.
this is the majority of what I did for 7 hours yesterday.
Better that we just stay friends.
I'm happy and annoyed.
And this was after Amanda James, right?
Yeah.
How old was Amanda James?
She was 28 when I met her. She was 28. Now I was 28.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, she was 28 and I was 30, I think. No, she was 28 and I was 28.
So you're both 28?
Yeah, I think so. We were around there.
And then when you came back and there was no more Amanda James, and you had met Molly, and then...
When I came back, there was Amanda James. There was Amanda James for like, probably 8 months after.
And that was with you being boyfriend and girlfriend with her, right?
Yeah.
And then things were exposed and you found out that she was really a man.
No, she wasn't really a man.
That's my theory anyway.
Smart ass.
But you found out that she wasn't who she said she was. And then you were talking for 6 months after that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then there was Melissa.
And there was Melissa. Melissa was sometime at the same time Molly.
Okay.
And then Molly before I met her, so.
All right. And then Melissa...
I got the chat marked where we stopped, so that's enough for the chat tonight because we're talking about this
that's
now.
That's fine. So. Yeah, that's fine. No problem. No problem. I think this stuff is just as important as the chat.
Yeah, I think so too, Lauren, because one of the things that I think is the most important that you're able to get from this is to see back then you had patterns that you repeat to this day. And if you're able to now recognize them or even the antecedents or the build up to that, you can stop something before it happens now. And that's why I think it's important to go through this. And it's not anything that anybody's going to know about or bring up or throw in your face later. I just think it's important for you to know that, hey, this was not a one-time thing. I do have a bit of an interest in something I really shouldn't. And denying that you did for so long was not doing you any favors, hon. Once you admit it, then you can take power over it. It's no longer going to rule over you. And that's what I want from this for you.
Well, I want that too. I'm happy that it's you two that I'm doing this with. It's so nerve-wracking now. It bothers me.
I know it's nerve-wracking. I understand. But we're both here to help you kind of navigate a lot of the stories that you've kept hidden. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know the lies that I tell.
Yeah. I know you don't want to tell those anymore.
It's really nice that I have two people that I can talk to and open up to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like hiding
you have
things.
Some government-mandated people you should be doing that to.
No, it's a huge burden.
Yeah, it is.
Because you know, as soon as it comes out of your mouth, and you know that you're going to have to now remember it, and you're going to have to just keep repeating it. And that's why I think so many of the stories that you've been telling over the course of these years sound exactly the same, is because you've pretty much memorized a couple of details and you keep hammering away at them.
Well, I don't want the world knowing my business all the time either. It's annoying. It's irritating. It drives me nuts.
Okay, so we've talked about a couple of different people that you've had romantic feelings for, and it was a little bit scary for you because you knew that they were underage and you were a lot older.
Yeah.
Do you think that there was ever a time when you were feeling comfortable in front of your camera and you wanted to show them how you were feeling about them?
Was there ever a time that I was feeling comfortable? No.
In front of the camera?
Mm.
And this is what I mean. So take a deep breath, and I'm going to ask you again. Okay?
Okay. Tell me what
when did you ever expose yourself? Were you ever naked?
Yes, I was a couple of times.
Fucking knew it.
But they didn't always see.
What do you mean they didn't see?
Meaning they saw my face.
Oh,
so that I'd
okay.
never
So
share
it's
it
on
all.
your face.
Fuck off.
Okay. And then what would make you, on the other times, make you show your penis?
I don't know, we were just talking about it, and yeah, that was when we were interested in each other before. And we were just friends.
Okay.
We were just friends, and it was nothing but friends.
Was it kind of a situation where you would get up for more coffee or
Children.
something? And so you would
No.
get up and that's how they would, by accident,
No,
see it?
no,
Okay.
no.
Did they have sexual conversation with you too?
A couple times we did, but
Okay.
there weren't.
Was it ever over the phone? I'm sorry?
There wasn't very many. No, it was never over the phone.
Okay. Okay. So you were just
Over my
typing
phone.
with one hand rapidly?
No, yeah. No, not with the one hand. We start putting the little punches in there.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're masturbating, then you got to keep the
No,
business going while you're trying to type it.
Oh, come on. Lauren. I think it's cute when she does that. She's not trying to hurt you. It's cool.
I know, but it's
Silly.
it's like she's trying to put the thing in there that I know you were, so don't tell me you weren't. You're trying to call
Well, you
me
were,
all
right?
the time. No, I wasn't.
Lauren. Okay,
No,
so
I
then when
wasn't.
you were
I'm serious.
when you were having this kind of romantic chatting, and you probably were showing yourself at some point, right? While you were feeling a little sexy.
I don't know. There's only a couple times that I showed myself. A couple times that she showed herself.
Okay, so she showed herself naked too.
Yeah, and that was at the beginning. That was Molly.
Oh, that was Molly. Okay. So she was
She just showed-
naked, you were
she just showed her
naked.
boobs. No, she just showed her
Oh,
boobs.
she
She
did.
didn't show anything else.
Clementine, her child,
Okay.
And that was only twice.
underage,
And one time was naked next to
illegal
me.
boobs.
Oh, really?
Lauren.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told the lady that I knew. I could tell she was talking to somebody else.
Did that make you feel jealous?
It did, and that's why I had to back off a little bit and think about things. And that's why we talked, and that's when we decided that it's better if she goes through her high school years, not having me feel like she's voted to me.
So you were trying to protect yourself
Yeah,
so that she wouldn't cheat on you with another boy at school or something.
yeah. I didn't want her to feel. Most of it was about her because being that age and going through
I
high
was
school,
really
she didn't
noble
want to
about
go
it.
things with her friends and,
Fuck yeah.
and party and all that stuff. So I didn't want her
Yeah.
to feel devoted to me and feel like she couldn't do that stuff.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I can see how that would be a problem with
Me
you
and my
too if
noble
you're feeling like
sacrifice,
you
Debbie.
want her to be your girlfriend.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything either. And I had already
Yeah.
had my time enough doing anything with Amanda James for years.
Right. Okay. So when you were talking to Molly, you were like, okay, I'm talking to Molly. That's going to be
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Okay. And that lasted about a year for you guys?
Me and her as boyfriend and girlfriend? No, it only
Yeah.
lasted about, I don't know, probably a couple of months.
Oh, okay.
Maybe if that even. I don't know if it
Okay.
even lasted that long.
But this was all within the first year of you guys talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you taking
Did she ever ask you? I'm sorry? What was that?
Are you taking notes in case you forget later?
No. No, I'll probably just ask again. That's what I do. I repeat myself 1,000 times. I know that about myself.
How about you, Emma? Are you taking notes in case you forget?
No, she's not doing that. She could have went to the restroom
Sorry.
again.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
there
sorry. I kept trying to tap mute. I'm listening and I couldn't respond. But yes.
No. Are you taking notes in case you forget later, Emma?
What am I gonna know? You know what I do? I have a Google Assistant on my phone, so I tap a button and I'll say remember like a date and a time. And then it will notify me 1 day ahead, and then it'll notify me 2 hours ahead. Just so,
There you go.
yeah,
2 hours ahead of what?
of the appointment time or whatever it is, whether I'm, putting pizza in the oven or expecting my next menstruation cycle.
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
I could pass on that one.
Well, she's just letting you know.
You might be my best friend, but I could have passed on that one.
Okay.
Some things you can schedule ahead of time. So yeah, I put that in there. I think you should get one of those, Lauren. If you ever get a smartphone,
Yeah.
Remind yourself to pay bills and make sure you check to see if you wiped your ass right.
I can do that one on my own.
I don't
All right,
believe
that's
you.
Yeah, if I ever get a smartphone again.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is really good, Lauren. Do you feel better?
So I feel better. I feel better knowing
Yeah.
that you two know. I feel better
Okay.
knowing that you two know that I can talk to you about things.
Okay,
It's
good.
really hard for me to talk about this stuff because so much you guys feeling.
As long as you know that if we ask you a question and you sense maybe frustration in our voices, or if we're asking you too many questions about something and you're starting to get suspicious, you need to know that we're not doing this so we can get the info and go throw it up online. You need to know because you need to know. And you won't know unless you say it out loud in front of people. Just like the reason that you didn't want to let us know who went along with you. I
didn't want to bring him into it at all.
Right.
That was something that was really irrelevant.
Well, it wasn't really, though, because you know what it does? It lets you know who perhaps you might have trusted too much, or somebody you had a good reason to put trust in because of their decision making. And then you can choose accordingly, because remember, we're analyzing and helping you analyze and recognize your patterns. So you can use that knowledge and wisdom to make healthier and wiser choices with more positive consequences for you in the future. You need to say these things out loud. And I know that you like to have sometimes people help you take apart your thoughts. This is a time when you are going to feel uncomfortable, but it's important that you continue to do what you did and go along with it. Because unless the hard questions are asked, and sometimes it might not even be relevant, but you know what? We came across something today, just because Debbie thought she'd ask you a quick question. We came across something today that I'm sure you're going to be thinking about all day tomorrow and, days thereafter, because it's so poignant and important that you recognize that this actually was a pattern, and you might actually have an interest that's dangerous. And then you can choose what to do with your attention if an opportunity comes up in the future, like you get another fan letter, or let's say you're off of off of probation, and the world's your oyster, and your ex-girlfriend's daughter sees you and winks at you. I mean, you have to be able to process this, and I'm glad that you are cooperating even when it's tough. But I assure you, this is not so we can get information to talk shit to you in the future, to put it up online because people are asking in comments. Let them wonder. But it's important that you talked about Molly, because that's some fucking bullshit, dude. And I'm glad that you know about this so you don't do that again. I don't want to beat you up.
It's very hard to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like the message I sent you yesterday.
Right?
Debbie.
What was that? You send a lot of messages.
Yeah, I know. The one where I told you that I wish I could just hug you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Took you for a long time right now. And you told me.
Shit.
I wanted to talk so bad, but I was trying to put the thoughts in my head, and it's frustrating when I don't have somebody to tell me think it all through.
I know that it is hard, just like with what Emma was saying. It's about preparing yourself for the future. And if you have this little inkling inside of yourself that you're still curious about, the types of things that were exciting you before, when you were talking to Molly and Melissa and then Kayla and whoever.
No.
I don't want you to say no. I want you to let me finish. Finish. That is the type of stuff that makes me nervous. When you decide that you don't want to explain things, when you start to get defensive and you shut down and you start going into denial, saying, no, I didn't do that. I didn't want that. I'm not attracted to them, any of that stuff. Because if you were to go back onto social media, on YouTube, if you were to have access to your comments in emails and things like that, you haven't demonstrated that you have any control and that you have any grasp on what was happening before when you got into trouble. So when you don't do that, there's a high likelihood that it's going to happen again because it hasn't ever been resolved. So that's what Emma is talking about. And I think it's really good advice to keep pushing forward, making sure that you're really processing this stuff and getting a better understanding. And I think that when you received that assignment in class that said, what do you need in order to not sexually abuse again? You're going to be able to answer that question. Say, what do I need? Is it, I can't go on the internet. I can't have access to social media. I don't want that temptation because I can't control myself. If someone is engaging with me favorably and is a female, then it's very likely that I could be attracted to her. And I could feel romantic feelings, especially if she's expressing those to me.
All this down here, so
and
it's
then
like,
the things that should be popping into your mind, like how
like
old
that.
is she? I need to make sure,
But-
she's however old. Those things are going to fly out the window because you're going to be blinded. Like, she's talking about me in a nice way. I really love the attention. Oh, she's only 16. How can we go about this so that nobody knows? And then you end up going down the same road. So you have to answer those questions really honestly. And that's why it's really great that you are being honest with these situations that you're talking about. And you continue to be honest. These are the types of answers that they're looking for in your class. They're not looking to get information from you. They're not looking to have you incriminate yourself in some way. It's a matter of getting you in a position where you are going to be safe in society on your own, and society is going to be safe with you. You can't do that if you're not answering the questions properly, if you're not processing the therapy properly.
Well, see,
We're gonna
it's
do
like
some more
now,
curling before
I have no desire at
try
all
to take this
to
off
be around
of
kids.
anything.
I don't think about them that way. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I purposely try to get away from kids as far as I can, which is sad because I used to love kids, and I used to love playing with them, and even little kids. Even when I was a kid, I used to love them.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned that
I used to love
before.
interacting with my peers.
I think that it's good that you don't want to be around kids.
No, it's like if I do something for kids, it has to be from a distance, and I have to do it through somebody else, so that way my name's not attached to it. And,
yeah.
It's well, that's one of the things from St. Jude's affected me so much because I've donated to St. Jude's before, and I won't do things for kids. And if I do anything for kids now, it has to be for somebody else.
Okay. Well, that's probably a good thing.
Right.
That's a good thing.
I
think it protects you.
For the best.
Yeah. It protects you and it protects them too. And I'm not saying that you're looking to, engage in sex with every kid that you see. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's good because those types of barriers need to be there. And those are the types of barriers that you need to identify that you can include in your life so that everyone is safe, including you, so that there's no question, so that there isn't anything that could possibly happen.
That's what I want. I don't want there to ever be any question about me and kids.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
Why I keep my distance.
Right. And so that's why I think if you do go on the internet again, I think it's really dangerous for you to engage with people.
You want me to be honest about the internet, about me and the internet? I really don't want to go on the internet again. I'd much rather have you and Emma do it for me.
Okay.
Whatever has to be done on it, like putting my videos up on it, shit like that. I really don't want to go on it myself.
Then don't do anything.
Debbie, you already know all my information that needs to be known for anything to happen on there. So.
Right. But then don't do anything. You're not required to be on the internet. You know that, right?
I know, but the thing with my computer, the reason I want my computer back is that's how I made my songs. That's how I made my videos from the songs from my computer.
Well, but you can make your songs for yourself. Why do you have to go on the internet if it's going to be something that's harmful?
Still going way better.
I don't have to. That's why I'm saying. That's why I was talking to Emma before. I said, if I have my computer back, then I can make my songs again. and I can send them to you or her, and you guys could do that.
These
Put them on the internet.
back here.
On
I'm
YouTube.
But why do they have to be on the internet?
Well, because I can make money off
Well, how else can I
YouTube.
get famous?
If I can make money,
Yeah, but
money
you're-
somewhere, you know.
Well,
something that I enjoy doing.
Yeah, but I mean, look what happened last time when you tried to sell stuff and make money off of the internet. It completely backfired.
I do think that
Yeah,
you
but-
could be,
Saving all the
Lauren, you
hair
could
for
start
now
doing
in case
celebrity
I need it.
endorsements once you get off probation. Put your voice on one of those websites where people can give you $50 and you'll say, "Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, Lauren Tommy Chong." The thing you do.
No, I just meant, you know, when people click on the video and watch the song.
Hey, Lauren, you don't know about this, but they have websites that you can go to that have celebrities on them, and you can buy a message from them. So you could go to, click on Sylvester Stallone or something if he happens to be on there, and he can say, "Hi, Lauren," you know, "Adrian," or whatever you wanted to say, and you pay him for that, and he just does like a little message for you. But yeah, I mean, so if there was something like that, that would be even more. I mean, because I don't know anything about YouTube and like how much you need in order to make money on there, and Emma would know a lot more about that. But I'm just saying that, you know, there's other things that you can do, but I think exposing yourself to social media is going to be a problem. I don't think you have, you know, the ability to suppress the urges to interact with people.
If you're going to go online, you need somebody to do everything for you. You need a middleman because I don't think it'll turn out well. You might want to.
I don't either, because Debbie's right. I'd want to interact with them, and I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't think so either, but I think it might be cool if you put out like an Ask Lauren blog, like a Dear Abby, but it'll be Dear Cod.
God.
I swear, I'm not even joking. It sounds like a joke. But you've been through a lot. I think it'd be cool to hear some of the advice you'd give. It could be like, you know, what was it?
It was like Dear Abby. Wasn't there a Dear Abby and Dear something? I don't remember.
Yeah, you're right. I don't recall the other person's name, but it could be like that. Like Lauren could give the advice of one, and then you could give the good advice. It'd be great.
Yeah.
No, but I really think that'd be cool, Lauren.
Maybe we should wait to find out what happens with the Stallone thing and.
Okay.
No, I'm not trying to jump the gun. I think you're right. It would be wise to see how everything else is received, especially right now, and then you can start making your plans. But you know what? I think you have a marketable name, and as long as you stay as separate from the process, you know, of interacting with the consumers, if you do that through somebody else, I think that it would be something to look into. Something interesting
Patrick,
anyway.
after fucking wasting an entire night yesterday.
You trust with it anyway. So, you two in charge of it. You two would have to be in charge of it. Debbie knows all my information, and
Okay.
that made you know everything about me. So, actually, you both know everything about me.
Okay, cool. So, and I'm not gonna keep going back to stuff. I just wanted to get a little bit of clarification, and then we can move on from something. Okay.
Okay.
So now that we've gotten a lot of truth, on some things that you weren't feeling comfortable with, and so I wanted to ask a little bit about Melissa.
Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa was 16. I think she was 16.
Okay. Okay.
And she was feeling really down about herself when I met her.
Wonder why.
But nobody wanted her. She kept saying she was ugly and all that. She showed me a picture of it. I never told her that I said, "You're not ugly." I said, "You're a beautiful girl." I said, "And there's some boy there at school that likes you. They're just probably too shy to say it."
Mm-hmm.
I remember I said that to her. And it just became friends from there. There was never really that much sexual stuff between me and Melissa.
Okay. So do you feel like she was your girlfriend at some point?
No.
Okay. So then what was the sexual stuff?
What was what?
What was the sexual stuff? You said there wasn't a lot of sexual stuff.
Yeah, we just talked sexually a little bit. I showed myself to her a time or two.
When you were naked.
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time or
But that
Is that
was-
while you guys were talking about sexual stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. When she ended up coming over to your house,
Yeah.
what happened there?
I was drunk. Todd was drunk. She had
Okay.
a pregnant girlfriend with her, and we just talked.
Did Melissa get drunk too?
No.
Oh, she didn't.
Todd-
So you,
Todd was
the two
actually
boys
2
were
years
drunk,
older.
and that was it.
Yeah, Todd was actually 2 years older than most because Todd was 21. She was 19 when her and her girlfriend came over.
Okay, so you talked to each other for 3 years before she came over?
Yeah.
Why do you think it took that long?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I just did. Just never really planned it.
So what
She
made
had-
you want her
she
to
had-
come over that night?
I didn't even know that she was coming over that night.
How did that happen then?
Her and her friend showed up.
Oh, you
I
had
told
given
her-
her your address
My
before?
address. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I told her if she ever wanted to come over, then she could. I gave her my address,
Okay.
and then no, I guess she wrote it down.
And she just showed up one day, but you guys were still talking at that point.
Yeah, we were still talking at that point. We didn't talk much after that because it wasn't long after that she moved out to Wisconsin or Montana, somewhere out there.
And then what were you feeling when she came over? I mean, did you want to kiss her or something? Like, you had
No, I just
already
gave her a
had
hug.
these. Okay.
I gave her a hug. She gave me a hug. I even gave her friend a hug.
Okay.
But I felt
Creepy.
awkward because
Creepy thing
I didn't know if she was going to show up, and me and Todd were drunk. So
So after
awkward.
after you had a chance to see her, did you have any romantic feelings for her?
No,
No? You don't want to get anything going, maybe?
no.
Okay. All right. Were there ever
Really
any
good.
times? Go ahead.
I felt really bad for her when I first met her.
Yeah.
She felt so down about herself.
Yeah.
And I was happy to be there for her when she needed somebody to talk to,
Mhm.
because I helped her through a lot of crap. She was going through a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Only this crap had to do with herself and
Mhm.
how she felt about herself and things that she was doing. And she was a nice girl too.
Had you ever come across anyone that you were talking to that was, around Molly's age or, something like that where
Was there anybody else
they,
that was underage that I talked to? Is that what you're trying to ask?
yeah.
No, that was in. It was just them two.
So was it because they approached you somehow or did you approach them like you did to Kayla?
I don't remember who approached too. Molly, I think Molly messaged me first. I think she messaged me first.
Okay.
I think I met Melissa in the country music room too. I don't remember that one. I don't
Okay.
remember exactly how we met, but those are the only two anyway.
Okay.
Before Molly was Amanda, and Amanda was the first one I
Right.
had been on the internet with.
Okay. So when you were talking to Amanda, even though you say that you didn't date anyone during that time or anything, were you still going into the chat rooms, maybe under a different name or something like that?
Nope.
No, nothing at all?
No, not that I remember.
Okay.
I don't know. I might have gone in the chat rooms. I don't know. I don't remember if I did or not. I didn't really spend a lot of time on the internet except for talking to Amanda when I talked to her.
Mhm.
Because I'd be working or I'd be spending time with my niece's nephew.
What about
So
the time
it's
when
really-
she said her messenger wasn't working? Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
And she could only go through
Yeah.
email. Did you still use your messenger during that time and figure maybe, okay, she can't see me, so
No,
I'm going to start going into chat rooms and stuff?
no, because I had my nieces and nephews a lot of the time. So when
Okay.
she sent me an email, if my nieces and nephew weren't there and we were emailing back and forth to each other, then I
Mhm.
sit there and wait, keep looking and see when her email come in. And
Oh,
that
okay.
was actually towards the end before I left to Washington State to come
Okay.
back to Maine because that happened. Oh, let me see. There was like a week or two that I had hardly heard anything from her at all. So I figured something was going on with her, and that's
Mhm.
when I decided that I think it's better if I move back to Maine so I can be closer to her so that we can see each other.
And then you drove through
Yeah,
Pennsylvania and never saw her.
Right.
Yeah, I got to Pennsylvania and never saw her. We drove
Okay.
through the town that she lived in, never saw her.
Right. Right. Okay. And then there was Vanessa.
Then there was Vanessa. Vanessa was
And
21 or 22. I think she was 22 when I met her.
and how did you meet her?
I think that was through country music room.
Okay. So you were slaying all the ladies in the country music room.
Heaven hell. Oh, sorry. I guess I was.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So again, we're gonna be completely honest, and I really appreciate that you are. So if Vanessa happened to be a little bit younger, that's okay too. I just want you to know that.
Vanessa was not younger.
Okay.
Vanessa had even talked to Mom and Mom's friend Mel.
Okay.
She phoned us
All
several
right.
different times. She even told Mom and Mel that she would be up.
Yeah.
Still never showed up. That crushed me.
Yeah. Well, you said that she was from New York, but she had a West Virginia phone number.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that crushed me because I really had feelings for her.
Mm-hmm.
Talked to her,
You really
I talked
have
to her a lot
feelings
on the
for like
phone.
everyone you talk to, idiots.
That was a tough one.
Yeah.
Because before her, I had never spent that much
Breathes
time on the
near
phone with
you,
anyone.
fall in love
Okay.
with
So that's where your
someone.
addiction started.
Yeah, including Amanda James.
Okay.
I never spent that much time on the phone with her.
Yeah.
So most of the time that we were on the phone, she called me while I was working, and we talked maybe a half hour then, but that would be it. And the rest of the time was on instant messenger. And,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So with Vanessa, that kind of sparked your interest in talking on the phone all the time.
Yeah, I guess it did.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did you ever ask her
I
why
hate his
she never
fake,
decided
like,
to meet you, or did she just disappear?
He's
No,
fake,
I-
like, well, I'll be
I asked her
damned.
why. I don't remember what her reasoning was.
Was it because she had a tiger to feed?
Yeah, it must have been.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't
That's
get
crazy.
that. I don't,
Yeah,
what is with the
It's
tiger
fucked up.
thing?
Yeah. Okay. So is there anything else that you think you want to kind of go over? Anything you're confused about? Things that you're uncomfortable about that we can talk about?
We can listen to a phone conversation.
no, I don't want to listen to a phone conversation right
No?
now.
Okay.
Yeah, no phone conversation right now.
Come on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, but we're going to have to do it eventually, okay?
Yeah, I know we'll have to do it eventually. I just don't
All right.
want to do it right now.
We don't have to. It was just a suggestion. How do you feel?
This whole thing with all these celebrities makes me uncomfortable and
Oh,
nervous.
shit. I can check that. Do you want me to see what's up with that? Hold on. If
Yeah,
that's
I
okay,
just-
I don't know if Tiffany has a problem with that.
No.
If Tiffany, you're not recording, so you don't have to follow that right now.
I know.
Yeah, she does.
Good joke, Lauren. You were supposed to laugh. Damn it. No, Lauren knows that I made up a name for you, just to preserve your privacy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm really going to make sure that you both know everything that's going on. Look,
Okay, there's a Gordon Ramsay one. Oh no, it's just an ad. Watch my new show, 24 Hours to Hell and Back. Ugh, with a link.
that must be where it's giving me a shout out.
Oh, maybe it's real. Okay. I thought maybe it was just a commercial. Cool. Well, that's cool.
Does the link go to the show, or
Do you want me to click on it and see? Hold on.
I don't know? What do you two think?
All right.
I just don't want you to click on it and wind up being some virus or some crap.
No, it's a YouTube
It's not
link.
2004, you ass.
Fuck out of there. Get out! Out! And one more thing. Get out! Romantic dinner. More like a fucked up dinner. All three of you are pathetic. You don't care. I care. You're way behind and you haven't got a fucking clue.
All right. I don't know why you would post that. Excuse me.
It covers a little, doesn't it?
Wow. That probably would not be a show that you'd want to. I don't know. Does your mom cuss? So if she got a shout out on a show where somebody uses language like that, would she feel offended?
Mom, no.
No. Okay, good. Colin Raye.
Colin Ray?
Colin
maybe
Ray!
R-A-Y-E?
Raye. COLLINRAYE.
That's Colin Ray.
Oh, I don't know the fuck that is. Sorry.
You know, some of the songs that I sing on my videos, some of those Colin Ray's. He's the one that.
Oh, he's a singer.
Really hard.
Yeah, he's my favorite singer. He's my favorite country music singer.
Maybe I'll
Oh,
do
he's in
this
a
one.
band.
No, he's his own. He's a
There's a
solo act.
picture. There's a picture of an old guy. He has more hair than you, though. With a desert. There's a picture of an old guy with a desert in the background and black shirt.
Yeah, blonde hair,
Yeah.
right on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah,
English.
like English.
Yeah, just like he has a long face,
What other
kind of a long face.
features do Englishmen have? I'll be able to tell you.
I don't know.
You said it, dickhead.
Oh, I remember Mr. Belly from The Jeffersons had kind of a long face and he was English. Just Colin Ray's face is a little bit long.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's English.
You're right.
he
I
had
mean,
English
there's
in him.
John Cleese, and then there's Charlie Buckets. What's that? The dude's name? The science teacher. It was a very big wart. Anyway, forget about that shit.
I don't know that one.
I forgot. Yeah, that's not true, Lauren. Okay. Keep up the great work, Lauren. I heard you were a big fan of mine. Oh, I guess you're right. He is a famous guy. Maybe we can do. Oh, let's see. Maybe we can do a conversation about I Think About You One Day, a duet.
Hmm.
What's that? Is that a good song?
That's a good song. I don't think I want to do a conversation with him about I Think About You. I don't know why you'd say that one.
No. He wanted. Did you sing it?
Huh?
Did you sing it?
Not on any of those videos.
Okay, maybe I read it wrong. It seems to me like he wanted to see how you would sing it. Maybe we
How
could.
I would sing?
Yeah. Not duet like a duet, but DOIT.
Like, read it over again, please.
Keep up the great work, Lauren. I'll send you a picture of it. Keep up the great work, Lauren. I heard you were a big fan of mine. Maybe we can do a conversation of I Think About You One Day so you can do it. Do it.
Yeah, do it. But that song, I Think About You. I'm going to tell you how the lyrics, I'm going to tell you why I don't like that being in there. The lyrics in that song,
Uh-huh.
that song actually talks about a father's daughter.
What's wrong with that?
I think about you, 8 years old, big blue eyes and a heart of gold. When I look at this world, I think about you.
You sang that Help Pour Out the Rain song really beautifully.
But
I don't think
know.
it's intended that way. I don't know.
No, I don't think he intended it that way either. It's just that I don't know. I try to stay away from anything that has to do with kids.
Well, that's cool. I mean, whatever. I'm just reading.
I try to think of how the world takes it. And
All right.
it sucks, but
Yeah, there are a lot of that's the only one that has like a bunch of thumbs up. That's how I knew it was a special person. I didn't know that Colin Ray, or what was it? Colin Ray. Thank you. I don't know who that was.
How many thumbs up did he get?
Not very many, just like 38. I just thumbs up it now. It has 39.
39?
Yeah.
How many of the other ones have?
Lauren, really? Do you think Debbie wants to sit? I mean, Tiffany wants to sit? Just kidding. Here, listen to how many thumbs up everything has. Sylvester Stallone has 598. He's more famous than Colin Ray.
Who?
Sylvester Stallone.
Well, the ones that you send me, they only have like 3 or 4 thumbs up on them, so that's why I thought it was a lot.
Well, yeah, but it's the weekend. So, you know, people, they're out of work. They're just chilling.
Yeah.
You know? Saturday and Sunday are huge. Friday night. So tomorrow there'll probably be even more. Oh, I can see how many people are watching it right now. You want me to check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, viewing live right now, 9 users.
9 users?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
for part 2.
It's part 2.
Yeah, day 2. All right.
I'm lost on all that.
Well, no, well, you know, the day 2 of the chat.
Do you think that'd be? Think it's a good thing they didn't really hear the original day 2, day 1 and day 2?
Yeah, probably you were crying a lot.
Yeah, it was rough.
You
So,
bitch.
you know, if that, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad we're past that.
Yeah, me too. I want to go now.
I do too.
Okay, bye.
Hello.
Hello.
I'll turn the TV down so it doesn't irritate you.
What is that?
So I turned the TV down so it wouldn't irritate you because I know it's
Perfect.
so loud in the background.
Yeah, that'll be good because I hate that.
I noticed.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I've been thinking since we last talked, and
Okay.
Oh,
I feel like we
it's
really
Molly.
tapped into something when we started talking about Molly, and I wanted to keep going with that.
Okay. What do you think you tapped into?
Well,
monster
I
you
think
are?
it's kind of the tip of the iceberg, considering this was several years before you went to Nashville,
Yeah.
and she was very young. So I know that you had mentioned several times that you were confused, and you didn't know why things happened. And I think that we're going to find the answers if you allow us to go deeper into what was happening.
Well, I'm going to allow you because I want to do a job half done.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I know that it's uncomfortable. I don't have Emma on the line. I just wanted to talk to you because I know that she gets upset. And I wanted to kind of leave that off the table.
So, I thought to
So
try this
that
thing on, I
you
have
felt
all
more
of the
comfortable knowing that it
Yeah.
was just me.
bun, and I have to hair
And then
spray
hope-
and put glitter and shit.
Are you
in
on speaker?
If I'm done.
No.
Okay.
I'm sending a video to my friend.
Are you at home?
What was
Yeah.
done? Hey, Mom, man.
Sound further away.
No, I'm right here.
Well, I understand you're right there, but
No, I'm just saying
it sounds different.
I just have no. I just have the phone to the side of me and I have my earbuds in like I always do. So I don't know why. Yeah.
Yeah, your headset.
Well, it's not really a headset. They're just little earphones. I always do that. I don't like to hold the phone.
Yeah, that's why headset comes in handy.
Yeah, still not doing it.
You'd like it if you did.
All right, still not happening. So I'm really glad that you were open to talk to me because I was a little worried that you weren't going to be.
Okay, you really need to understand that there are not many people that I will completely open up to.
How romantic.
You are literally the first that I have ever completely opened up to.
Okay.
Why that is, I don't know. It's
Because I
weird,
want to fuck you.
but it makes me feel good because I can finally open up to
Make
someone
me feel good.
and not hold anything back.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I want. I want you to be open because that's where you're going to find your answers.
I'd like to be open with Emma, but and I know I can trust Emma, but I don't know. It's just not
Beans
the
crying
same
at
with
the door.
Emma
No.
as it is with you. It's just
Keep
something
trying to
about you
eat
that
too
really
many
works
things.
with me, and it's nice to have that.
No, I love you.
Yeah.
though.
So
Yeah, I
Molly.
can tell you with I can tell you with Molly
Okay.
that me and Molly really did care about each other a lot.
With Molly, this was back when you were in Maine. And this
Yep.
was after you had met Amanda James.
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. So you came back to Maine, you said 2002?
I think it was 2002.
All right.
That way,
So,
that way her and I could be closer and might be able to see each other.
mhm.
And
Okay.
after 2 years, my feelings got really involved with Amanda James and just didn't realize that she had lied to me.
No beans.
Okay.
Sorry.
At what point were
There
you
are too many
going on the
variables and I
internet when you
cannot
came
trust
back
you.
home? Was it the whole time?
Was I on the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole time I was on the internet.
So you were doing your
But
chat
the only-
room thing and...
No, the only one that I was talking to at the time was, well, when I first moved down to, I can't say when I first moved. Oh, crap, let me think. Even after I built the little place across from Lori's driveway, I was on the internet, then with Amanda James.
Lori's
And
driveway.
she was the only one that I talked to. And I didn't go in chat rooms and stuff like that then,
Yeah.
as far as I remember.
Okay.
But then, let's see. After Lori told me that she was lying to me, and I found all that information out, it took 6 months before I stopped talking to her completely.
Right.
Because you're a loser.
And I think that time I moved down. I had moved down to the house I bought off Ralph, and that's when I started talking to Vanessa and Lee Parker.
Okay.
But I don't believe that was her real name anyway.
Probably not.
Yeah, more likely not. I talked to her for like a year,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can't remember. I think it was after Vanessa that I met Molly. But I can't remember how long because I don't think I went on the internet for a while after
Okay.
because where I was trying to get over Vanessa.
So in total, how long do you think you knew Molly?
In total, for about 3 years. See,
I'm gonna
9/11
mute this
happened.
because it'll be annoying.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was. Actually, I think it was April and May of 2002. I think is when I moved back here to Maine.
Okay.
I think it was around that time. And so, and it was like 6 months after that.
You stopped talking to Amanda.
Yeah.
And then you met Vanessa.
Then I met Vanessa.
And you talked to her for a year.
Yeah.
So we're going to say that probably takes you until about sometime in 2003.
When I was talking to Vanessa, when I first started talking to Vanessa, I remember I had just moved down to Ralph's house. I had Donnie and Todd and Randy and Scott go up and tear my building down that I had built up across from Lori's driveway, and they brought it down to the house that I bought off Ralph,
Mm-hmm.
and there wasn't any snow on the ground then,
Okay.
so it had to be I want to say right before winter, I think, or maybe beginning of summer.
All right.
So 2002, 2003. Had to be by the end of 2003 that I stopped talking to, or maybe the beginning of 2004 that I had stopped talking to
Vanessa.
Yeah.
And then you said you were off the internet for a while to get over that.
Yeah.
So do you think it was maybe like a couple of months, or what do you
I
think?
think it was, probably 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Then I met Molly.
And how old was Molly?
She was 15.
Okay. And where did you meet her?
Country music room.
Now, you were saying that each state had a country music singing room.
I used to go into all different states.
Oh, okay.
Well, most of the time I'd go into the Nashville
Oh,
room, country
Okay.
music room.
all right.
Trying to be famous.
So, but you probably met her in the main one, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I met her in the main one.
So, what happened there? Like, what was your conversation like before things
I don't
became a
know.
little bit
I don't
more?
really. I don't remember. I remember she sent me a message first.
Okay.
She liked my singing.
Okay.
She made a comment to me about my singing,
Okay.
and I said thank you to her, and I don't remember.
Ew.
I don't remember a conversation after that.
No, you don't remember.
Well, what
calling
do
her,
you
like, a
remember
little
about
goddess
her?
or something absurd?
What I remember about Molly is most of what I remember about her is her having problems with her boyfriend, and she used to talk to me all the time about it. And her best friend, she used to talk to me about fights she'd have with her best friend when her best friend stayed over and all that stuff.
Okay.
Just school stuff. And she'd talk to me about how she feel down sometimes about things, and then her dad being an alcoholic and caused problems with the family.
Okay.
She talked to me about her parents thinking about getting a divorce, and she talked to me about her little brother and her older sister. She would talk to me about everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what I remember
Bet you
about
he
Molly.
projected like fucking crazy on that child when she met.
Did you talk to her about everything too?
Well,
Wow.
I don't think, not like she did me.
Why not?
No, well, at first I didn't. Probably, I don't know, probably a year later I did. Or a year and a half later I probably did. Or almost
You probably
everything,
told
probably.
her. You probably told her about the stuff, you mean?
Yeah, about stuff that was going on in me, business and things that, I don't know, I guess I might have, it was probably about a year and a half before I actually started talking to her with deep things about me, what was going on and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we grew really close to each other and really comfortable with each other.
Okay.
Comfortable to the point where we slept on the phone together because I remember there was a couple of nights where we literally slept on the phone together just because, well, either she needed comfort those couple of nights or I might have needed comfort. So we'd literally sleep on the phone with each other just so the other one would be comfortable.
How do you think she was able to
That's
comfort
incredibly
you?
unsettling.
I don't know, just somebody there so that, well, I think that there, I think is when I was starting to have a really rough time.
What do you mean?
Meaning realizing that I was getting used by my family, my family, and other friends, and not knowing how to get out of it and how to stop them from using me. And I was really, really confused at that time. She'd come for me a lot just by talking, just by being there.
What would she be able to talk to you about? I mean, I remember when I was 15, there's no way that I would have been able to comprehend having a business and money problems and that kind of stress.
Yeah, but this time she wasn't 15. This time she was almost 18.
Still a teenage girl.
Yeah. She was almost 18 at this time. So she had already known a lot about what was going on with me because all that time I would be talking to her and telling her things. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So
she knew what was going on with me.
Well, yeah, but you're saying that after like a year, you guys were starting to really feel, you were feeling comfortable with her and you were getting closer. So that would mean she was only like 16.
Right. But it was after that when it was when she was 17 that I started going through stuff with everybody, that realizing that how everybody had been using me. She was 17 when I talked to her about that. And I remember that she was 17 when I talked to her about that.
Why would you remember that?
Just because I remember that it was towards the end of me being here in Nate.
Okay.
That's when things started really going downhill for me. I was getting drunk a lot. And,
Mm-hmm. Did you ever talk to her when you were drunk?
Oh, yeah.
What did she think about that?
She, I don't know, she'd be worried about me. I remember she'd be worried about me.
Worried about what?
About me being drunk. She didn't like me being drunk.
Well, probably because she had an alcoholic father.
Yeah.
So that's what, she could relate that to.
Yeah, I knew that, but I don't think I was ever an asshole to her though when I was drunk. I didn't have all this Church of God crap going on that screwed me up.
Well, it sounded like you did have a lot of stuff going on then, because you said things were getting out of control and you were drinking a lot.
Well, yeah, but I didn't place any blame on her for that.
Right. That's good.
Okay, did that make any sense though? Because it's like with this Church of God stuff, for so long I didn't know who I could trust, who I could believe about anything that was about things that was going on, and who was being honest with me and who wasn't. And it was something felt weird or out of place. It would freak me out.
Okay.
Back then I didn't have that problem, and I knew Molly wouldn't have been any part of that problem because that problem didn't exist yet.
Right. Okay.
Everything in my life was something to do with somebody that was literally there face to face in my life.
All right. So I think now we got some timing stuff sorted out a little bit. I was concerned about that.
About what?
That I understood where Molly came in and how old she was. So when you started talking to her on the internet, what did you think about her being 15? What was your first thought?
My first thought was, okay, I can be a friend to this girl. Was my first thought. I can't remember for how long, but
okay.
For a while, that's what we were just friends.
Okay, but when you're thinking she's 15, I'm in my 30s at this point, what would make you think that she could be a friend for you?
I can think, but I can't guarantee that I can give you an answer even after I think about it, because we're so long ago.
Okay, well, just think in terms of what you do remember. Like you were saying, when you saw that she was 15, you said to yourself that you could be a friend to her.
Okay, when I saw that she was 15, I remember there was no sexual thoughts in my mind at all about her. But
I'm asking.
It was just.
I'm asking
it
what.
It was just. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm asking, what were you thinking? Like, what was your first thought? You're approached by a 15-year-old girl, and you're thinking, I can be a friend to her. What does that mean?
I guess it means that I could talk to her.
Well, why would you want to?
I think it's a thing, the country music thing. interest in country music, and I was too.
Yeah,
So
but
that's what made us be able to talk to each other at first.
yeah, but there had to have been adults that you could have talked to.
Well, there probably there was those adults that I could talk to,
Okay.
but why I didn't, I don't know.
Okay.
At the time, it never dawned on me, just because I wasn't thinking about anything else being anything else. I wasn't thinking anything of it.
Okay, so
conversation. I don't even remember if I really even talked to anybody in the room.
okay.
If I ever even messaged anyone.
Okay. Because you were just wanting to sing, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then other people would sing, and I'd listen to them.
Okay. So do you have any concern, or does anything come up that it might be kind of strange to want to be friends with a teenage girl?
At the time, no, because my headset or the way my head was set wasn't towards any type of relationship with an underage girl.
Am I now?
I had been around my nieces and nephews,
Can you hear me this
and
time?
they all had friends that was underage, and so I was around them too. So I guess it never really put anything in my head about it, because I never thought that way.
Hang on one quick second, okay?
Okay. Pretty little girl, can be not laying on the bed. That's different. You laying out here. Does you want a biscuit? Huh?
Yeah.
Do you want a biscuit?
Okay, good. I couldn't tell which way
you
you needed,
go
like the
running on the
knob, like thing.
Yeah.
on
Sorry
here.
about that.
It was confusing me.
Okay.
All right.
Hang on, I'm giving the dog's biscuit. Here. There you go, pretty little girl. Okay.
All right. With Molly, you're saying that within the first year, you started to have feelings that were more than friends.
Yeah.
Okay. How did that happen?
I don't really know. That's something I don't remember.
Okay.
Exactly how it happened.
I think it's something you should
So,
probably fucking
It's okay
remember,
to not remember
bud.
the exact details if
Hey,
you
Matt
can't.
Cracker.
If you can, that's even better, because that's only going to help. But if you can't remember exactly, that's okay. But I won't.
If I wind up remembering, if I don't, I'm going to try to think about it while we're talking.
Okay.
If I can't remember, whenever I do remember something, if I do remember something, then I will tell you, because
Okay.
I'm taking this very seriously, so I get the bottom.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Get to
It's
the
bothered
bottom
me
of it. It's not a fucking
a
Scooby-Doo
lot.
mystery. You like
With
to
Molly,
diddle
you mean?
kids.
The whole thing.
Well,
Okay.
you want to diddle
Where
kids. You're just
where-
unsuccessful at it,
When my head
thankfully.
got so far off track and out of whack, and it really bothered me a lot.
With Molly, was there any kind of flirting and stuff? Is that how it started?
That had I'd say that had to be how it started.
Okay.
There must have been some flirting. Had to be some flirting somewhere along the way.
Okay. And how did that get to the point where you're seeing each other naked?
I think it was because of the flirting.
Was she a virgin?
Yeah.
She was. Okay. And do you remember if there was the same type of a conversation that you were having with Kayla?
No. 'Cause with me and Molly, we got more into in-depth conversations.
Right, but
Especially
when you're flirting, though.
When I'm flirting, no. When we were flirting, no, there weren't conversations like I had with Kayla. Well, because we knew each other better.
Okay, but how did that lead to flirting?
I don't know. I think that's
you do.
I think that's how it led to flirting, because it wasn't right away that we started flirting. We started talking. I think I can't remember how long, but we had talked just as friends. But
Okay.
I know it had to be at least a month or two.
Why would you think that?
Well, because when we started flirting, we had already known each other for a little bit. So it wasn't like right off the bat.
Do you think that
It wasn't in that first night.
Well,
it wasn't
no,
even in
not
that first week. I know that.
Sure. What were you thinking about when you were thinking that you wanted to flirt with her? What were some of the things that, was she cute? Did you like her body? Did you like, the way that she talked? What was it about her that attracted you?
She was cute, and I liked the way that we got along.
Okay. What did you find cute about her?
I know, she had blonde hair.
She had blonde hair?
Yeah, she had blonde hair, and she had a nice personality.
Okay.
She was friendly. And
She was a woman willing to give you attention.
So, did you ever think
woman,
about
I just mean female.
How young she was compared to you when you started thinking that she was cute and you were thinking maybe you wanted to be more than friends?
Don't do that, piece of shit.
I think the thought was there about it being too young.
Okay.
But I think because I had already spent some time with her as friends, that feeling like she was a little more mature, I think it kind of made me push her age to the side a little bit.
I think there's a few
Okay,
things
so
you
what
want to
made
push
her
to the side with
mature
her.
in relation to someone who's 30?
Because the way that she acted with me when she was talking to me.
So when you're talking to her versus when you're talking to someone who's your own age, you can't tell the difference?
Yeah, I could tell the difference. I don't know. I can't really say that I know, because I don't know. Well, I want to say I know, but I don't. I guess it was something about the way that we got along together.
Okay. After you guys are flirting, did you start talking about having a relationship?
Yeah, I think we did. I think it was the day after we started flirting that we started talking about having a relationship.
Okay, so when you are flirting and you remember that the next day, that's when you start thinking about having a relationship, that leads me to believe that you remember what the flirting was about and how far it went.
The flirting, I think that was when she showed me her tits.
Is this the same size?
And I never asked. I don't think I ever asked her to show them to me. I think she just whipped her shirt up, showed me.
Why would she have done that, do you think?
I don't know, because we were flirting. I don't remember the exact flirting that we did.
But that seems pretty far to go, for a girl to just be sitting there talking normally, and then all of a sudden she takes her shirt off.
Well, she didn't take her shirt off. She just lifted it up and pulled it back down.
And what did you think about that?
I remember being surprised.
Okay. What were you surprised by?
By the fact that she actually lifted her shirt up.
Actually, meaning you probably
Okay.
told her to or asked her to.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I didn't, because at the time I was
A pervert? Like
I was
you
horny
are
at the
now?
time. So yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, and I know that it's going to get difficult to talk about because
I know.
okay.
I'm trying to push it. I'm trying to push it aside.
I don't want you to
Stop
push it
laughing.
aside. That's the thing. That's
I
what
know that.
that's what's been
That-
happening all of these years,
that-
and even before you got in trouble, and that's why you ended up getting in trouble. So we want to stop doing that, and I want you to just talk to me.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to remember that it's you that I'm talking to, and I'm
Okay.
gonna be fine.
Because I'm going to have a lot more respect for you if you just tell me what you're thinking. And tell me exactly what it is. I don't care how crazy it is, how perverted, how disgusting, what you're going to think, oh my gosh, I don't want to tell her because she's going to think something about me. I just want to know what it is, because that's the only way. That's the only way for us to figure this out.
I know.
Okay, so if you asked her to show you, then I want to know that you asked her to show you.
But I don't think that I did. I could be wrong, but I don't think that I did. I can't remember
Maybe.
asking her. All I remember is her lifting up her shirt.
Okay, she lifted up her shirt, and you guys were talking about sex at that time, I'm assuming.
I don't think we were talking about sex yet. I think we were just flirting.
Do you remember
Wasn't
if you were
really
naked
sexy.
at the time?
No, I don't. I don't think that I was. I think I had my clothes on.
I would be really surprised by that if you did.
I didn't always sit there naked. There was a lot of time, about half the time, I did have my clothes on. The only time that I would sit there naked when it would be at nighttime, and knew I was going to be going to bed after I got off the computer.
Okay. So did she have a computer in her bedroom? Is that where she was at?
When I met her, no. It was not in the living room, not in the kitchen. It was in between.
So a
little
hallway.
type of area.
So is that where she was sitting when she flashed you?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
She said there. Maybe I did ask her to flash me.
Okay, why do you think that?
Because she said that her parents were in. I remember her saying that her parents were in the kitchen, and the kitchen was right around the corner from where she was at.
Okay.
And she flashed me, and that I remember her.
Oh, at least it's in the color scheme.
I remember her looking around the corner to make sure they couldn't see her. I think that's what happened. So I think I did ask her.
Okay. So why did you ask her to do that?
Because he's a pervert.
I don't know.
It's a
We were
mystery.
flirting, I know that.
Oh, no.
Okay.
But it must have been part of the flirting where it came to me asking her.
Part
Flash
of
me.
the flirting.
Did you show her anything at that time?
I think that's where I showed her my dick was then.
My
Because
Okay.
I think that's where
I know we all talk about how much we
the
hate
flirting
Lauren
started
calling. Yeah,
getting
she was.
heavier.
I know we all talk about
think I asked
how
her
we
to flash
hate
me,
Lauren
and I think
calling it
she
his
said-
pecker, but I think it's
she said, "I'll
even
flash
more
you if
disgusting
you
when
show
he
me your
goes to the more like common
Okay.
like verbiage of calling it his
where that
dick.
started. And then it was weird because after that we hadn't shown each other anything for a while.
Why is that weird?
Probably because she was traumatized by
Well,
that.
because
Lauren.
when
Is that
you
it, maybe you think?
when you start flirting like that, usually it will continue. Or I would think that it would continue more and more.
If you're demanding, it might
But with
not.
me and her, it didn't.
Did that frustrate
We
you?
don't-
Also, hi, hey, boo.
I don't think it
Hi,
didn't.
said hi to
It
you.
did frustrate me at the time because when her and I used to have some really good conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I used to tell her what
you
a
think that it
drunken
would seem
fuck up
odd
my
that you could have a
brother
good
was
conversation
over
with a
and over
15-year-old
again.
when you're 30, in your 30s, but
Yeah, it is
I
odd.
was surprised. I was surprised at the good conversations that we had. Well, I think a lot of it was because of where she was going through a hard time. With her dad getting drunk and her sister being gone, and her little brother bugging her
And with this pedophile that
at the
was
school
grooming
and
her.
stuff that bothered us, and she didn't feel she was. She actually started to get depressed.
Depressed.
And I think so a lot of the conversations that we had was be comforting her.
Clementine, I don't disagree with you, but I think the only reason why he would want a girl that young is because it would be easier for him to keep her silent. You know what I mean? Like, it would be easier for him to convince her that it would, it was like something to do with love and it was a secret thing and, she'd get in trouble. I think it would be more because silence would be easier than anything else.
And just helping her along.
So then,
Remember, she got confused about a lot of things.
what was she confused about?
She was being confused about why she was being groomed.
About her dad drinking, and things that would happen at school. I guess that she wouldn't. How do I explain that? She wouldn't. She didn't feel good about herself in school with the friends because she had just gotten into high school. Oh wait a minute. She was freshman? No, she was a sophomore in high school. Because she was graduating the year that I went down to Nashville. So she
Taking
was a
pictures of the
sophomore.
wig, sorry.
But she still didn't know her school was big because it was the only school for that whole county. The only high
So
school
why
for that whole county.
did you think that she was just starting to get into high school?
Because she didn't converse with a lot of people. Just a little
Converse.
close-knit group that she hung out with. And she didn't feel like boys at school liked her, and that I guess that made her feel less for herself.
Okay. So is it possible that she was a freshman, though? And the reason why I'm asking is because it sounds like a lot of the stuff she's going through is the stuff that kids can go through when they're just starting a brand new school. It's a lot bigger. There's a whole bunch of new people. They don't know where they fit in. And it's very confusing.
Well, that's what's confusing me because she was a senior when I went to Nashville. She was graduating that year.
She must have just started her senior year then when you went, because when you went to Nashville, it was in September and they graduate, say, in like May or June.
Yeah, so she was just starting her senior year.
Okay.
Yes, she was a freshman.
Okay, she was a freshman. All right. I'm going to ask you this, okay? And I want you to, no matter what you've told me before, I want you to know that it's okay to tell me now. Okay?
Okay.
Was she 14 when you started talking to her?
No. She was 15. Don't expect me to change my answer on that, 'cause that's not going to happen. She was 15.
Fuck off.
I'm telling you the truth on that.
Don't try to talk shit to me. I'm trying to keep this straight. Lauren.
I know.
Lauren.
I'm telling you. I'm just telling you that I am telling you the truth that she was 15.
Here's the thing, and the reason why I'm asking you this, and I backtrack a little bit, is because, like I had told you last time, some people will give the girls a little bit more of an age. Like they'll say, oh, she was almost 15 instead of saying she was 14. She was almost this, or, you know, they'll add to her age so that it's not, it doesn't sound as bad. Typically, a freshman is about 14 years old.
Yep.
So if she was a freshman, then she could have been 14 when she was talking to you.
But she wasn't. She was 15. That's why I tell you I'm not going to change my answer on that, because she was 15. I'm not going to lie to you, okay?
I really hope that you don't. I really hope that you don't.
I already told you, you're the one person that I can open up to, and I'm not going to lie to you about it.
Okay.
When I met her, she was 15.
All right. Then things started to escalate. And you said that it was the day after you both exposed yourselves that you decided that you thought you would have a relationship with her, or you would talk about it.
Yeah.
What made you want to do that?
I don't know.
Being an impatient pervert, probably?
Answer because I don't remember
Had
what was
something to
going
do
through
with
my
it?
head. I guess I knew I liked her. At that time, I knew I liked her. Because what had happened the day before.
She listened to you when you asked her to flash you?
No, not for that reason. Because I had already been talking to her for a little bit before that happened.
A little bit.
So what made her girlfriend material?
I don't know. I wish I could answer that question. But
was it maybe the
really
fact
can't.
that she was
I
a
don't know.
malleable, impressionable
Was it the same type of a
child?
girlfriend that you wanted to make Kayla, meaning you were talking bullshit to her to get her
No.
to do things for you?
No, with me and Molly, it was a lot different with me and Molly. Me and Molly actually talked. And it wasn't about sex and stuff like that all the time.
Well, it got to that point. I understand that there was more to talk about because she was a real girl.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe that's why one thought got into my head that she might be girlfriend material, because we had actually spent time talking together already, and then we wound up flirting.
When you decided that you wanted her to be your girlfriend, how did you think that was going to work?
I don't know. I can't say that I thoroughly thought that it was going to work, because I knew I had my doubts because of her age.
What were some of the doubts that you had?
Just because of our age difference, because of her being so young.
Okay. So what about her being young wouldn't make her a good girlfriend?
Well, because she hadn't matured enough. Years to go before she matured. And I knew I'd have to wait until she was of age before I could see her. I think that's another thing that added to me putting thought into whether or not it would really work.
When you asked her to flash you, and she did, then all of a sudden, did it seem like she was mature enough to be your girlfriend? Because that happened the next day.
I don't know if I don't really think I thought it through. I think all I was thinking about was how much her and I, not really had in common, but had a good time together, and we were comfortable with each other. As far as talking and all that, we actually really had some good talks. So I don't really think that I thought it through that much with the age at that time. I know I thought about it because I remember thinking about her age difference compared to mine, and that held me back a little bit. But I don't think I put enough thought into it before we started talking about it.
Okay. So when you were flirting and you asked her to flash you and she did, and then you showed her your dick, what did you think about that?
I really don't think I was thinking about it.
Well, were you worried that somebody was going to see, or did you get some kind of a thrill knowing it was the wrong thing to do, but it excited you? What was exciting about that?
No, I think it was just because it was somebody that I liked.
Yeah, but she was a kid.
Yes, but at the time it wasn't. It started to not register because it just started being the girl that I was talking to a lot and had gotten to know some, gotten used to.
So were you horny before she flashed you?
I don't think I was. I think we were flirting, but I think it was just, just fun, just being fun, not thinking that I would go any further than just talking.
And then you decided to take a chance.
Yeah.
I think it's time
So
to
then
take
after
this
that
off
happened
put it
and
on. I'm
you
so
had
nervous.
this discussion
Okay.
to start a relationship, how did that go?
I'm gonna have you guys stare the wig down for a bit.
Thinking.
While I
Okay.
go get my hair out of the way and put a wig cap on. Look at all this extra hair.
I think she had the same idea.
Maybe I'll do something with it. I don't know. But I also have to pee.
What idea was that?
But
About having a relationship with
for a
her.
moment.
And I don't think she put much thought into it
I'll
either.
be back.
I think we were just pretty much caught up.
Well, she was 15.
Okay. I'll be back.
I know.
She's not in a position to always have clear
Make
thoughts.
the best
And,
decisions. Yeah.
right, that's what your job is supposed to be.
Yeah. And I don't think obviously my thinking I wasn't doing my job. I think for her, I think she was excited about it because I was older. And I think that's actually what made me start thinking more about it, because she'd tell me about her going to school, and it seemed like every time that she mentioned her being in school, that it seemed to register with me more that she's too young, and I think it kept bothering me.
So how long did it have to bother you before you stopped?
I don't know. I think it was a month or two that we kept talking, and we didn't show each other's body again that whole
Until
time.
when?
As far as I can.
Until when?
I think the next time was when she was 17.
Why would it be when she was 17?
Just because we started talking again. Well, we started thinking, having thoughts of maybe trying it again when she was older. But when we stopped, the first time when we stopped, I remember it because she was too young and And I started feeling really different because I wanted her to go through high school the way she should be going through high school, and not be in a relationship that was with somebody that was in their 30s.
So you were in a relationship with her, though?
Yeah, well, a talking relationship, which it was more. Well, I wasn't even over the phone; it was just through the computer.
Yeah, but you guys were looking at each other and talking.
Yeah, we were looking at each other and talking.
Mm-hmm.
We were looking at each other through webcam and talking.
And
but that's all
so,
we did.
did you refer to her as your girlfriend?
I did for. That's why I think it only lasted like a month or two, because actually I think it was only a month. I think it was just a little over a month, I think.
Why would you think that?
Well, just because it kept bothering me about her age. And then she'd tell me things about school, and that kept bothering me. Things shouldn't have to be worrying about anything that I think while she's in school like that. And I think that's when we broke it off. We decided to just be friends.
Did you ever tell anybody about Molly?
Yeah, I told Tony.
Okay. What did he have to say?
He told me I need to stop.
Mm-hmm.
He told me she's too young. You need to stop that.
Did he ever say anything to you about that?
Yeah, he did.
Did he have a problem with it?
He told me, he said, Lonnie, she's too young. She's too young. You need to stop talking to her.
Well, not even just talking, but did you say that you saw her tits and you flashed her?
No, I never told him stuff like that. You and him are the only ones that I ever told that to.
Okay. But you did say that you really liked her and you wanted her to be your girlfriend. Is that right?
I don't know if I ever said them words to him or not. I don't think I ever did.
Okay.
He just knew that me and Molly were interested in each other.
What does that mean, interested in each other?
That we had an interest in each other. Even though we were just friends, we still spent a lot of time together talking. And we had an interest in each other.
Well, when somebody says, I'm interested in someone of the opposite sex, typically that means that they're interested in more than a friendship.
Yeah, well, we were interested in more than a friendship, but we knew we couldn't have it at the time.
Where did this idea come that you were going to meet at a fair?
That came from her and I talking one day about seeing each other, not meeting, but just seeing each other, because we both wanted to know that the other one was real other than through a webcam.
But how is it a possibility that either one of you wasn't real? If you were seeing each other on a webcam, you both were doing what you guys were talking about. How is it possible?
It's not possible. Sorry. It's not possible. I mean, we knew each other was real, but it's just different being able to see the person in person.
Right, when you're going to meet.
Right, but we weren't even going to meet. We just
Why
wanted
not?
to see each other. Because she was underage.
What was the point?
Just so we could see each other. We wanted to see each other.
Why?
Other than through a webcam.
But why?
Why? Because we did.
It doesn't make sense, Lauren. That's why I'm asking. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, don't get frustrated.
Don't tell me not to get frustrated. I'm trying to wade through some shit here. You know what I'm saying?
But I can't give you answers that are not there.
What you're trying to do.
That's just what we wanted.
What you're trying to do, but that doesn't make sense, and I'm asking you to clarify that.
Well,
To say that doesn't. No, you're saying that's just what we. Wait. You're saying that's just what we wanted, but what does that mean? What did you want?
We want to see each other in person.
But if you're not meeting, what the fuck is the point?
I'm so scared to do this.
Just at the time, I guess it meant something to us at the time, I guess.
But what did it mean, though? I mean, because here's the thing, Lauren. You're both seeing each other.
I know.
The only thing different was that you weren't in the same place, but everything else was there.
I'm trying to tell you what the point was, but I don't know if you're not hearing me or understanding. I know obviously you're not understanding.
I'm not understanding.
Whatever reason we had, we just wanted to see each other in person, not through a webcam.
What was that going to accomplish, though? How was that going to change your relationship?
Don't know. It could have changed it a lot.
How?
Because seeing each other, I don't know.
I don't use
something about it could have changed.
I don't use weekly.
Well, imagine to yourself, what were you expecting to come away from there? You go to this fair, you look at each other from across the parking lot, and then you get in your car and you drive away. What are you expecting to gain from that? You knew that she was a real person because you were looking at her and you were talking to her at the same time.
I know.
Okay. So I want you to tell me the reason why.
Come on. Yeah.
I guess it had to be because we had feelings for each other. That's the only thing that I can come up with, because we had feelings for each other. And at the time, it meant something to us both that we see each other in person versus through the webcam. When you have feelings for someone, you want to be able to see them in person.
You're not even going to go talk to each other. Maybe make eye contact? That was supposed to be the big deal?
I guess at the time it was. I can't explain this to you.
Well, you have to try, Lauren, because it doesn't make sense.
Well, I know, but you're getting frustrated with me when I'm trying to look for the answer myself.
It was your idea to do this, right?
I don't know if it was my idea or if it was both our ideas. I think.
Can't take singular blame.
Well, when you say it could have been both our ideas, basically that means one person said it and the other agreed. So it was probably your idea.
I think we were talking about someday when we meet. I don't know if it was me that said something or if it was her that said something. Oh, a fair. Well, I didn't know anything about fair, and so I think it was her that said that there's a fair. I said I didn't mean meet right now. I said when we do meet. She said, well, why can't we see each other now? I said, well, because you're underage and I'm overage.
Overage. It's not an egg.
And I think that's when I told her. I said I could come up there and we can see each other in person, but we can't meet. And I think that's where that happened.
Okay, so then on that day, you went with Tony.
Yeah.
Why did Tony go with you?
Because Tony wanted to get away from his house because everybody was going over there partying all the time and he wanted a break. So the whole time that we were up there, Tony slept.
What a crock of shit also. Just don't let people come to your house then.
Oh, you got a hotel room.
Yeah, we stayed overnight.
Okay.
We stayed overnight because the fair was. We went up there. I think it was around noontime. We went up there.
Noon. I hate that he says noontime.
We got the
Fucking
hotel
drives me
room,
insane.
and I can't remember.
Huh?
I can't remember how was she called me. She must have called around to try to find me an hotel because there wasn't many hotel rooms there at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Hotels at the time. So she must have called around to whatever hotel and try to find me. But she wound up calling me and I think she called Tony's phone. And Tony, we gave her the number to the hotel room phone, and she called that because Tony was worried about the amount of time on his phone, usage on his phone. And I had talked to her through that, and that's when she told me that she made a mistake and the
so
fair
afraid
was not the next day.
to
It
take
was
this off
the day after.
the
They asked me
mannequin head
if I
and
could
fuck
stay
up
that
all
long.
this work.
I said
You
no.
guys have no idea.
I have a job back to do. And I have to
I'm
get back
so
so I
scared
can
to
go.
do this. I'm so scared.
So me and Tony stayed overnight. Then we left the next morning.
So I know that I asked you this last time, but why didn't you go somewhere
Oh
else?
god, I just gotta do it. Okay.
Just never thought about it. She said the fair was
Oh,
the
there's
following
something
day
back
after
here.
the day me and Tony left, and I just never thought to try to meet anywhere else. And I didn't know where she lived at, so I just never gave it any thought.
Right.
The only thing was that I was thinking was that we were
Alright,
going
I
to meet
need
at
one
the
of you
fair.
guys to like count me down because I'm too
couldn't meet
scared
that day,
to
and
do
I
it.
couldn't keep staying up there because I had to do my job.
Somebody just put like
Just
3, 2,
never
1,
entered my
go,
mind to
and I'll
meet
do
somewhere
it.
else.
I'm so scared.
I mean, you drove
See each other
This has been
anywhere
so much
else.
work. I will
you drove
probably,
3.5 hours
end it
to
all
get
if I
there.
fuck it up.
You get a hotel room and you're thinking that you're going to meet at this fair, but the fair is not happening yet. So how is it
Right.
possible that in your mind there wasn't something? If you're not going to be meeting each other and you're just going to see each other, it doesn't matter where that's going to happen.
I understand that,
Okay.
but at the time I didn't give it any thought. I just knew I had to get back to my job.
Okay.
We couldn't-
Did Tony have that thought at all? Did he think that was stupid that you guys drove all the way there for absolutely nothing?
Oh, it can't be cheap. Oh my god.
He thought it was stupid, but he didn't care because he gets sleep and he gets some rest. That's what he was looking for anyway.
So what was the plan? If the fair had moved forward, what was the plan?
Okay, now I just
We
gotta
were
get it
gonna go
on.
fair and know what each other looked like, so we'd see each other.
Okay.
But a fair can be pretty
Holy
large.
shit.
Means
All right.
Yeah, but I can't remember. I don't remember if she told me to meet in a specific place or not. I don't think that she did. But me and Tony were just going to walk around the fair,
Please, God, don't let me
and her and her was just going to walk around the fair.
Oh my
We
god,
figured-
it's working.
I guess figured
Oh my
somewhere
God,
along
it's
the way we'd see each
working!
other.
You had
Holy
just
shit, I
mentioned
can't
something
believe
while you were
this is
explaining that, and you were
working!
saying we knew what each other looked like,
Where is it?
Yeah,
Where is it?
which was all you were going to get by
Where is
seeing
it?
each other at the fair.
It's like way,
And that was
way
all that you
off.
had already gotten when
Okay.
you were on
God.
camera.
All right.
right. So the difference would have been that would not have been on camera. We would have been able to see each other in person. I know it doesn't make
Oh my
sense,
God.
Well, it doesn't.
At the
It's
time-
completely fucking stupid, to be honest.
but at the time it made sense to me and her.
Oh my god, okay.
So then
We're
what
starting to
happened
get
after
somewhere,
that?
you guys.
Me and
Ah!
Tony went home,
Okay.
and me and Molly just
I'm so afraid.
kept talking. We never made any plans to meet
Oh,
after
this
that.
doesn't look like shit! Oh my
Until
god, it doesn't look
I
like
moved
shit!
down
Okay, I'm
to
so
Nashville.
excited right now!
And she was going to come down
Oh,
there
fuck,
to
oh
visit
my
me
god,
after she
oh my
graduated.
god.
I'm concerned about what happened with your relationship. I mean, first of all, it's concerning
Look at all these
that you
clips
went there
in.
to meet her, and the feeling that I have is that something spooked you.
Nothing spooked me. What do you
Like
mean
a
spooked
horse.
me?
Well, she was underage.
Okay.
So you
Well,
had to have that in the back of your mind that you could get in trouble.
Yeah, but
You
that's
guys,
why I brought
this doesn't
Tony
look
with me.
like
So
crap.
that way
I
nobody
could
can say that I
actually
did
cry,
anything
like,
because
for
I had witness right
positive
there.
reasons
Tony
right
right
now.
Well, you going to
Oh,
meet
I'm
an
not gonna wanna take
underage
this
child.
off. Oh, no.
there. See, we weren't.
on.
That was the thing. We wasn't
Okay,
going to
maybe
meet.
I won't
We were
glue
just
this
gonna.
down. So I
You
can,
being there being a plan for you both to be
Oh
there
my
at the same
God.
time is a meeting.
It
So
looks
you can
so
try to have
good.
some kind of a different wording,
Ah!
but you were
Wait a
both
minute.
meeting
Hang
there
on.
at the
I'm
same
gonna have to,
time.
like...
We're both gonna be there at the same time. Yes.
Right. You had planned to both be there at the same time. That is a meeting.
A meeting is when you actually meet.
Right,
And
you
a
were
meeting
meeting.
places where the
You had
meeting
a plan,
happens. Hang
and
on,
the
you
two
get
okay.
people,
Wait a minute.
and the
Oh,
two.
God.
Okay, so let me put it
Wait,
to you this way.
hang on.
You have two
Let me
people
just-
go to a location. One is a drug
It
dealer
doesn't
and one
look like
is the buyer.
shit.
They're both agreeing to be at the same place at the same
Right.
time.
Like,
They both arrive at the same time.
I have to
They see
adjust
each other.
a
They don't
little,
talk about.
And like, I've gotta...
One person leaves the drug somewhere. He walks away. The other guy comes behind, and then he
Okay, I
takes
mean, I
them.
see what
Is that
you're
a
saying.
drug
A meeting
deal?
place.
It doesn't
Right.
look
I
like
see
shit.
what you're saying. A meeting
It was
Oh
a
my
place.
God, I'm
meeting.
so
It was a
fucking
meeting. You
relieved
guys were
right
beating
now.
each other.
All right.
Oh my
I see what
God.
you're saying. Even though we weren't going to converse, it was still a meeting place.
No, and not a meeting place. It was a meeting. You were both meeting each other.
Yeah, but- Okay, this is what I'm saying.
This is
I think
where
we
you
do.
try. You were meeting, Lauren. It doesn't matter if you had the conversation at the time. You both agreed to be at a place at a time.
Right.
Right.
That, in my opinion, that would be called a meeting place, not a meet.
The fair
We
was the
weren't
meeting
meeting.
place. The event of you both being there at the same time is the meeting.
So this is where I disagree because we
My
weren't
Hair 360
conversing
video, don't
for
mind
any
me.
type of meeting.
A meeting.
We were just
I can't believe
going there
that
to see
worked.
each other.
Oh my God, I'm
Right.
so
You were
relieved.
going there to meet
I
each other.
really thought I was gonna
You were
fuck
both
this
meeting
all
at
up.
the same place at the
I
same
could cry
time.
right now.
Okay,
Oh,
we were meeting by sight.
especially after last night and
Yeah,
that
why are you
fucking
trying to
7
throw these
hours
things in
wasted
there?
fiasco.
Like meeting by sight.
Oh my
You were
God,
meeting
I'm
each other.
so happy.
In my opinion, a meeting is when you actually converse with someone.
What you're
In
trying
some-
to
in
do
some way.
is you're trying to say that what I was doing was not really a bad thing.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is in my opinion, a meeting is actually where you converse with someone
It's
in
not.
some way.
No, I'm telling you what it is.
Which
Do you think I should
all right.
leave these
I guess
long?
I'm gonna
I think I want
accept
to.
your way
I
of
mean,
thinking
maybe
because
I'll end up cutting them short
that was
later,
actually-
but for now I think I'm going to keep the like side
it would
parts
actually be
really long.
a meeting because we
I'm
were
so happy
going to be
with
conversing
these.
by seeing each other.
Ah!
So we
It
were
was
conversing by
the
sight.
Oh.
it was the fact that you were both agreeing to be at the same place at the same time. That is the
Yes.
meeting. Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
agree with you.
Okay, great. So then it didn't work out and
Now
you drove
I
home.
need to figure out
What happened then?
Yep. What happened then
if
is
this will
we just
go
continue
on
talking.
too.
Were you
Because
considering yourself to be her boyfriend?
I don't.
this was the problem I was having, because this is a headband.
I don't remember if I was
that's
or
supposed
not.
to like
I don't think.
sit
I
on your
don't think
natural
that I
head.
was.
I
Had she
could
moved her
poke
computer
holes through
to
the
her
lace.
bedroom at any point?
I'm just worried
Um,
about the tension
I know she did,
of that.
but I can't remember when it was.
When that happened, did you guys continue putting on a show for each other?
No, that's when I think we did one more time. And that was it.
Did you masturbate
That
for
was
her?
last time. No,
Why
Yes,
not?
you did.
I don't know. Just didn't care to.
Why didn't you care to?
My ass.
Just didn't care to. I don't know how to explain that. I just didn't care to. I weren't gonna do it.
Tee-hee.
What did she do?
She didn't do anything.
Alright.
She showed me her tits one more time, and that was it. And then there wasn't
Can
even
you
me that she
stop
was showing her
referring
tits
to
to.
this child's
There's somebody else that she was
body?
talking to, besides me. She knew she didn't think that I knew that she was talking to somebody else, but I knew she was. And I told her that.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
I told her that, you know, like a few days later, I told her that.
Mhm. What was your point in telling her that?
It was there.
Just to let her know that I knew.
Approximately.
But why?
Yeah, Lauren,
Just so
why
that
would
she
that
would know
matter?
that I knew.
But why?
Because I wanted to let her know that she didn't get anything by me that wasn't obvious.
So was that your way of breaking up with her?
No, because we weren't even together then. I was laughing when I told her that. And when I told her that, she laughed too. She said, "Yeah." She said, "I was talking to somebody at the same time."
Mhm.
She said, She said, "I didn't think you'd know," but at the time it happened, I asked her why she decided to flash me again.
I'm so
She said,
relieved.
because
I'm
it's been a
so
long time since I
relieved.
flashed you. So I thought I'd do it again.
Oh my god.
I was like, "Oh, okay."
But you had said that you had shown her
cry.
your dick too.
Yeah, not that time. It was a different time before that, I think.
Okay.
Are you writing this stuff down?
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
really, I'm trying to understand it because it's so
Not
weird
funny.
and it's creepy and there's so much that I'm just trying to understand and I feel like I'm not getting it.
I'm trying to help as much as I can.
Okay.
Trying to
Had you
help
ever
as
had a
much as I
situation
can.
where you're talking to a girl and you've almost been caught?
Almost been taught what?
Being
Like
a
by her
pedophile.
parents,
I look great
or
now.
she gets freaked out by how old you are, anything like that.
No, because Molly and Melissa were the only ones I was talking to at that time, and Melissa wasn't even on camp.
I'm just wondering why Molly and then Melissa, and then you go to Nashville and then there's Kayla, and how there wasn't anyone else. Considering the fact that you were horny and on the internet and you had this
I look great, right?
fantasy of a young virgin.
So that's the way this is supposed to sit.
I wasn't
there's
on
a
the
normal
internet
headband,
all
and then
the
this
time,
part
though.
is just kind of raised. So
Most of the time I was
So if that sits behind
partying
my
with
ears,
Tony and my brothers and my nephews and then going out to bars.
Did you ever bring Molly up to your class or to Allie?
No,
Why?
because all I really thought of was Molly was as a friend.
But she wasn't a friend, Lauren. She was a victim.
I know.
Do you?
I don't know why, but I didn't even think about Molly at the time
I don't know
to
why.
bring her up.
But I didn't think about this
Well, now
extra
you know.
very real child that I showed my penis to.
Why are you starting to get mad at me?
I'm not mad. I'm sitting here
Sound like
talking
you're
to
starting to
you. I'm sitting here
You sound like
talking
you're
to
starting get mad
you.
at me.
I'm sitting here talking to you about one of your victims, Lauren, and she was real.
I know.
How can you say I know in such a nonchalant way?
I'm not saying it in a nonchalant way.
You think of her as an ex-girlfriend?
Do I think of her as an ex-girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can say that I don't, because I got so close to her as a friend.
Fuck off.
So her and I we really did care about each other
No.
and really got close as friends. And I was there with her for the whole year that she was with her boyfriend that she had in high school.
Mm-hmm, when she was a freshman.
That was
Lauren,
when she was a sophomore.
Lauren, the reason why I keep bringing that type of stuff up is you have to realize what you were doing. I want you to realize what you were doing.
Well, I want you to explain yourself
Thanks,
on that
guys.
so that I can think about it.
I've got to adjust a couple things.
Because I need to
and
think
I
about
have
this.
a lot
Because
of glitter to add.
I was really close to
But
Molly
I've got to...
as a friend. And there were so many things that I was there for her with that she went through. And to have to talk for her to have somebody to talk to.
Well, one of the things that I'm hoping that you're going to recognize at some point is that you have a pattern.
I guess I never thought of it like that with Molly and Melissa because we were friends.
They were your victims, Lauren.
Yeah, well, Melissa wasn't. Well, yeah, Melissa was.
They were both your victims.
Yes. I guess it makes it hard for me to. Well, I know they were my victims in the sense that I did something I shouldn't have done.
How are they not your victims? How are you thinking they're not?
Well, I'm not thinking that they're not because what I did was wrong, and that's where it made them my victims. It's the relationship that I had with them as friends
Oh, my back.
that throws me because we really cared about each other.
Patterns, the
I think
Lauren
that
Armstrong
the relationship
story.
that you
Yeah,
were
really.
having with them was similar in the way that you were grooming Kayla. I think that there was a lot of hiding. There were
What hiding what?
a lot of, well, did Molly's parents know about you? Did you talk to them?
No.
No. Okay. Right. Did they know that she was going to the fair to see you?
No.
No. Okay. Did you tell her some of the things about making sure that nobody knows?
No.
You didn't. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I just didn't. I didn't. I guess I took it for granted that she already knew. I never said anything about it.
She already knew better to not tell anyone because
Yeah.
she wouldn't want to get in trouble, right?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say you're not right because that's gonna be the reason.
It wouldn't have been her fault.
No, it wouldn't have been the fault. It would have been mine. So
Right.
Because I knew better.
You knew better.
I'm not gonna say it wasn't my fault. It was my fault. I was the adult.
Do you see that you're a predator?
I see in that way, yes.
In
I
every
see what you're saying about
way.
it's not safe for me to be on the internet or
In
chat
that
rooms,
way.
stuff
Fuck you.
like that. Because I do interact with people. And I shouldn't be interacting with anybody on the internet.
Right. You should never.
Correct.
Underage people that I don't know.
God, I can't believe I got
Anyone,
this done.
really.
I really can't. After
Because
all
the
that.
other thing is not
Here, let me readjust
necessarily
so you guys can
just
actually watch
the
entertaining
underage
part
thing.
and
If
not
we look
my
at the Rhoda
bald-ass
situation,
head.
you were a predator with her too. And I know you're going to deny that and say you tried to keep her away from drugs and all kinds of shit.
You're getting mad at me, and I haven't even said anything.
You're
Lauren?
mad at me.
You're already starting to get mad at me.
Lauren, you're thinking that I'm mad at you because you're guilty.
Well, the tone of your voice changes when you say this stuff.
As it should, because it's disgusting. And it's really hurtful.
Yeah, I know.
I
know
feel
now.
I feel so sad for
I want to
Molly.
die so bad.
I feel so sad. Look at what happened to her as a 15-year-old freshman who had an alcoholic father, difficulty at school with friends fitting in. She was depressed and she had to look at your dick. And she became your girlfriend. And you're trying to make it like we cared about each other. We were both in this together. You weren't. She was a child.
I know, okay? I'm not trying to spin it in circles. I'm trying to understand it all myself.
What is it that's making it hard for you to understand? Is it difficult for you to admit stuff?
No, it's not hard for me to admit what I did wrong. It's hard for me to understand why I allowed myself to go with someone so young.
Talk me through that.
Well, that's what I'm trying to understand.
You're making it, again, as if you don't know how it happened. And the fact is you had to have thoughts come in. Think about yourself in these situations. It's not just one. So you can look at the different situations and seeing these young girls and you're wanting to reach out to them. You're wanting to engage with them in some kind of a sexual conversation and to see where that goes, see what you can get off of them so that you can get off somehow.
See, Molly was the first one that I had ever talked to that was underage on the internet.
What about not on the internet?
No, I talked to all kinds of them, not on the internet, but not that way. It was all just life stuff, regular life stuff. There was nothing sexual. There was no thoughts of anything sexual.
Sure, bud.
There was none of that.
How does it turn sexual then?
I don't know, but I want to figure it out.
I think you should know.
Well, tell me what
Lauren.
turns you on about somebody like Amali.
Now, nothing. Then, I don't know.
How do you know now? No. But all of a sudden, back then, you have no idea.
Well, now, because I've gone through things and
Thanks. I
It
somehow
doesn't-
managed to pull the whole fucking
underage
thing
girls
together
do not turn
in
me on. I don't.
under 3 hours today
My head is
after
just in a
wasting
completely
an
different
entire
place
night
now.
last night.
Then, I think this is where I relate it to
Okay.
what I was going through at the time.
How does what you're feeling sexually have to do with what you're going through at the time?
Well, because it didn't start out sexually.
Right, but it got there. So
Yeah,
I'm
it
trying
got
to,
there.
right. So I'm trying to find how you're relating the two. You were going through some hard times at home. And how does that get to you exposing yourself to Molly?
I think it's because me and Molly had fun time together.
Figure out how to achieve this.
And I guess it took me away from my problems that I was having.
So I have this like
And
really
I think
beautiful
that's where it wound up.
star glitter that's
Me and her
supposed to
flirting.
be eyeshadow,
Ignore each other.
but I can never get it
You know,
to
so we
stick.
would flirt, and then
So I've been using it
What
in
was
this
the
project,
attraction? What was the attraction to her?
and I would love to get it in.
I think it's
like, the hair
because she was
somehow.
fun, taking me away from what my problems were.
But like in a way
Okay.
where it will actually like stay in there.
So what about,
Okay, wait a minute, don't
Maybe
go
that's
too
what
far.
I'll do actually. I'll sprinkle
Okay.
everything in first
So
and
I
then
think this is
get
when
it
I
stuck.
this was when I started feeling
That's what we'll do.
low about myself.
Oh, there's already like a little blue
Well, because
star. I love this so much.
the way
Okay.
the way that my sister made me feel when I was up there, she had just gotten together with a guy, and because I bought a van that they wanted to buy, they were mad at me, so she kicked me off the land. And the only way that she could keep me off my land and feel safe about it was if I bought Ralph's house. So I wound up buying Ralph's house. But it was like right after I bought Ralph's house was when she told me that I had 30 days to get my building off of her land, or she was going to keep it.
okay, so
And-
what does
and
this
she
have
started
to
treating
do?
me like she started treating me like that. And
Right.
with
What
all
does
the
this have to
using
do
that
with
Ralph was
fucking
going through.
anything, Lauren?
Okay,
And because Ralph and Richard wanted to come in on my business
okay,
before, and I let them.
right.
And the profit was like, well,
Where
the
is
whole
this all
job was
flowing
like
out from? I don't
$11,000.
understand.
Right, I
So
remember
three
this
ways.
story, actually. I remember it
Oh,
perfectly
cool.
well.
There's a hole in the side of the bag.
Okay,
What-
I gotta
okay.
go through it. I gotta go through it in my head
There's a
so
hole
I
in the side of the
so I
sponge bag.
keep this all straight. Okay, so we
Giving
split it
us-
3 ways, and I had to pay all the bills out of that, so I kicked them out of the business,
Yeah, you
and
kicked them
just
out.
did it
sure,
myself.
Lauren.
and after I did that, it made me realize that
Ah,
because they tried to talk me into letting him stay in the business with me. And I said no. After I thought about it, I realized that they were only wanted me to be in the business because of all the money I was making, and they didn't really do anything at the job site. And it was me and Tony and Paul and Todd, I think, and Randy They did all the jackhammering.
Who's Randy?
And Richard stood there talking to the owner in nice clothes. And Ralph stood off to the side holding the shovel like he was actually going to do something. And at the end of the job, they still wound up with money. And that's when I said I can't do that. Because I still wound up paying the bills. So after that, I thought about it more and more and realized that they just used me more. And I think that's...
Yeah, they probably saw what a fucking
that's when I
dummy
started
you
putting
were.
things together about how much they were using me, because it was about being behind $6,000 on the house. Then he was behind on taxes $2,500.
Right.
So that added to him. So
Right.
Along the way, everything kept adding up along the way, and they'd keep using me.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't notice it right off the bat.
I don't know
So
if you guys
later
can
I
actually
would
see
realize
that.
it.
But
Right. Yeah, they were using you. So what does this
And-
have to do with you having an attraction to Molly?
they're all up in there.
I think it was because I started feeling low about myself. And so I know I was feeling low about myself because of the people that I was drinking a lot, and the people that I was hanging around was Tony and his friends that he has, which most of them were druggies.
Right.
Druggies, Lord, no!
So, but about Molly, though, the fact that she was a kid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it's because I felt low about myself that I didn't feel like I could have anybody that was my age and decent. I felt really low and lowering myself all the time.
Okay, so you thought that a kid was going to be the perfect girlfriend.
No, I don't think that's what it was at all. I think it was because
you were
I
such
I
a loser
could go
that you wanted a
home
child
and talk to
so
Molly
they
on
wouldn't
the
notice
computer.
you were a loser?
and
Is that what you're
know
trying
that
to
I'm
say,
not
bud?
right there face to face with her,
Mm-hmm.
that it wasn't going to hurt anything.
Whatever
That
the
I
fuck
wasn't going to get
that's
hurt, that
supposed
she
to
wasn't
mean.
going to get hurt, and we weren't using each other when actually we were using each other.
No,
But I
you
didn't
were
realize
using
at
the
that time
child.
that I was using her. I just now realized that. Because she made me feel better about myself. And that's why I wound up spending so much time with her that I did.
So then, if we were to jump from Molly to Kayla, we're going a couple of years. How is it that you're still seeking out a child?
So insulting.
The reason why I ask you that is because
You're not
what I
sick.
think happens a lot of time is when people start going on the internet and they have a fantasy like yours, things are going to start slowly. So maybe you talk to a girl who's younger and it may or may not go anywhere, and you kind of start to learn things. You learn things based on your fear of getting caught, and you still want to engage in it. It's still really, really exciting for you, but you're still scared. So you're going to start to learn some tricks. And it's going to be something like, maybe with Molly, you were telling her, well, you can bring one of your friends, make sure your parents don't see, is there anybody there that's going to know, or, who are you going to tell? Make sure you don't tell anybody. And when you got to Kayla, you were full-blown predator. Like, you had all of the trick laid out at that point. And I think that you can see that, hopefully, since you've been reading the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see it. And now I see everything there now.
Okay.
I'm so fucking grossed out by that thing.
The reason why I say that is because I feel like there had to have been other girls.
There wasn't.
How is that possible? How is it
There wasn't.
possible you got to the point of Kayla and you had all of these solutions to all of the possible problems, and you knew delete your archives, let's go to MySpace, I'm not going to even type out phone number, I'm too scared to do that. Just all kinds of little
Of
tricks.
all the dumb things he
telling
did,
you there wasn't
Hey,
nobody
Lawrence
else.
Burnphone.
So you're telling me there's
PN
only
is one of the
3
stupidest
underage
parts of
girls.
that chat log to me.
That's
Yes.
it in your whole
That's
internet
it.
career.
Yes. I can't be more honest with you about it when I tell you yes.
Technically, there was Disney girling Kimmy as well.
And I don't even remember them.
Well, they were there. You just didn't have a full-blown conversation. They didn't let you.
Okay, and I know that with Kayla, I know it was my lowest point in my life at that point.
Well, what about with Molly?
With Molly was a low point too. I mean, with Melissa was a low point. So those are my 3 lowest points in my life.
Okay. So when it comes to having a low point in your life, how does that translate into finding comfort in a underage girl instead of a woman?
That I don't know.
More than once.
I think that you need to tell your class about Molly and Melissa.
You think I should ask him if I can start it right over again?
I think you need to. You haven't been honest.
No, I never really put this much thought into it. But like I said, just pass Molly and Melissa right out of my mind because we're friends.
So much
But they weren't your
everywhere.
friends, and you know that now. I hope.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks to say it, but
I remember Emma talking about the teens who have a lot of problems and they need attention, and sometimes it can be kind of obvious. That type of a teenager is going to be attractive to a predator because then they're going to be able to come in and they're going to be able to try to be reassuring, that they're going to be able to help. I'm going to make it better. And then it starts with a conversation of, do you have a boyfriend? The boys at school must be crazy about you. How much have you done with the boys?
things
Have you
that I
done
said in the chat.
anything? Things that you said in the chat, but I feel like it's a pattern. Like that had already happened before. I think what happened with Kayla, everything before then was an escalation all the way to Kayla. And even Molly was an escalation too, because you actually went to go meet her.
It sucks that my life would be at such a low point right at I wanted to do something stupid like this.
Well, I don't
Hey, you know what
exactly
sucks
blame
worse?
it on the low point of your
Those
life.
kids you
I
put in
blame it
danger.
on how you're feeling with these fantasies and then you acting on it. And there's years
I think
in
that's
between.
worse.
So that means it never really went away.
But I never had fantasies about it. Well, yeah, I
Alright,
did.
I'm gonna mute myself and try to
I think you do need to
freeze
start
all
the
this
class
in place
over.
with the upload.
Difference is, will they let me or not?
I'm just thinking that all of the exercises that you've done and everything like that, they haven't really been done honestly, where you're taking it as your treatment and saying, how am I going to answer these questions completely honestly without trying to make myself sound better or being worried that what I'm going to say is going to be really fucked up. It doesn't benefit anyone at all. And I think that's, obviously where a lot of the videos and stuff that you made with explanations and all of the fighting that you've done through all of these years, it's all just been a lot of smokescreen. And you hadn't even read the chat log, but you knew how bad it was.
I knew. I think that's why I didn't want to read it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember exactly how bad it was.
But you were very adamant that you had read it and that you knew that they were the ones that started everything, and you knew that you said no, and none of that ever happened. You knew this.
Well, see, this is what I don't. Well, I don't get it.
What don't you get?
I don't get how I could have missed so much, and how I could have seen so many things that were different.
Well, you were lying to yourself, number one, and you were lying to everyone else too, very forcefully.
Yeah, but I thought that stuff that I was saying was actually the thing.
Well, you're an
Until
idiot.
reading the chat log now, when I read it before from illegal stuff, I was skimming through it to see the stuff that they said to me that would support my case.
When your lawsuits would come back as being denied, wouldn't you want to know why?
Well, yeah, but for me I did want to know why.
Yeah,
But for me, it took so long for me to be able to understand the law even a little bit because I had never had to deal with it before, and nobody explained. The ones that I had read really explaining things to me were other inmates that were jailhouse lawyers.
if you knew what was in your chat log, if you were honest about it, you would know that you didn't stand a chance.
I'm so happy with
You
this,
would know
guys.
that you deserved where you were.
But see, that's what the thing was. I did not realize what was in it
Right.
because my head wasn't clear like it is now.
Right. You
to
were
be
in
able to see
denial.
that stuff.
You
I
were
was
in
very
denial.
much in denial. I was very much in denial and very much felt like I had been the victim of the whole thing. Even I think that even last year, if you would have gone through this conversation with me page by page last year,
Mm-hmm.
there would have been somewhere in there I would not have been paying attention like I am now. Been looking for things that they said instead of concentrating on things that I said.
I think that
feel like
most
this is, like, too
likely,
bright.
if this was last year and I did not have the rapport with you that I do now, you would have denied reading it. You would have said, I don't want to. I would know what I said in that stupid conversation. That's what you would have said.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like what I would have said. We probably wouldn't have gotten any further than what me and Winnie got.
Right.
Winnie didn't get very far.
Yeah, and maybe not even that far. You probably would have shut down the idea since you had shut it down the entire time.
You know.
I think deep down you knew how bad the chat log was. And the reason why I asked about Molly from the very beginning was because when you
I also
got
have
to
some
that
of these
line,
bigger
you
sparkles,
forgot that you said that.
But I feel like that's
It
too
threw
much.
you off.
They said what?
That you talked about Molly.
Oh, God.
That you had mentioned that you had another kid on your MySpace, and you were like, oh my gosh, I said that.
Yeah, I had forgotten all about it.
Right. And that's where this whole thing came from. And I'm so glad that it happened because it revealed this whole other side. I think, what you were attempting to do was to say that Kayla was like a one-off situation, that you had never fantasized about a virgin before, that you hadn't had this type of a sexual conversation before. And here, come to find out, you had it a couple of years before. And you considered this girl your friend when she was actually your victim. And she should never have been talking to you from the very beginning.
And I agree with you.
Anyway.
Now, would I have agreed with you last year? No. There would have been no way that I would have agreed with you last year.
I think what needs to happen, and we had mentioned about you starting the class again, but I think what needs to happen is you need to talk to them, and you need to say that I had real victims too.
I don't know if they'll let me
Why?
start over and all.
Well, no, even if they say anything about starting over, even if that doesn't even come up in your class, you need to say, I had real victims too.
Yeah. I need to, because I need to get past this.
One of the things that bothers me about your class and your counselor is that he told you that he doesn't believe you're a predator, and that's horseshit. You need to be honest with them and tell them that you have real victims. I think that's one of the things that you tried to use to separate yourself from the rest of the people in the class.
I want to understand so bad exactly why I started doing it now. It bothers me so bad why I started doing it.
It didn't really...
Sorry for this horrid angle. I want your guys' opinion because I don't know if I'll be able to wear this with this. Because like I said, I might be able to poke this through the wig lace and wear it. Hang on. Wear it the way that it's supposed to be worn. Like I might be I might be able to do that. But if I can't, I don't know what I should do instead. But I also have a bunch of strings of pearls. And I don't know if I should try to lace them into the hair or if that's just going too far. Because I don't want it to be too heavy. Because I'm going to be wearing wings and like 3 skirts and a corset. And I'm going to be getting drunk and you know, like I don't want it to be so much that it becomes too much. So, I don't know yet. And the reason why I'm not sure about the pearls is just because of the weight. But, anyway.
It bothers you because we're having to talk about it now. But it didn't bother you enough to
this actually is just,
reveal it on your own.
This isn't anybody specific, Savior Juice. This is literally just a character I've created for the Ren Fair. She's a moon fairy. Because I'm an idiot. This is the little walking stick I made to go with it. So, vibes. This is the vibe. Oh yeah, I was gonna put some butterflies in her hair. I gotta find these. But yeah. Get back in here, you piece of shit. Stay. Stay. You stay there. It's not that it would ruin it, it's just I'm having a hard time trying to like shove it through. So like, hang on. Now that I know this thing is like safe to move, let me take this off so I can... Did I not put them back here? I thought I did. Oh, guess I didn't. Okay, so... Oh, I'm so relieved this keeps its shape. So on the inside in here, like, I've got some lace for the hairline, but like, on the inner part in between the tracks, it's way tighter knit. So, if I want something in there, I'm gonna have to cut holes. I'm willing to do that, I just have to make sure they're in the right spots. And that's hard to do by myself. Like, I might have to wait until I'm with a friend who could, like, help me put the holes in the right place, you know? And I also love that none of that glitter is coming out. Fuck yeah. I sprayed it enough. Hell yeah. But, yeah. So. Cool. Because, like, I need to make sure that it's on my head in the right spot. Like, I can't just eyeball it like this, you know? Like, I have to make sure that it's, like, on the right spot on my head. It's all so fucking complicated. That's why it was such a fail the first time. I can't believe I pulled this together in under 4 hours compared to the utter failure of yesterday's stream. I'm so blown away. I really am. Maybe that's... Let me put the call back on while I ponder some things. I do like it without it. I really love the effect of this thing, because I don't have any other Ren Fair characters that I could wear this for. Like, I bought it for this fairy, you know? So, like, if I don't wear it for the fairy, I'm never gonna wear it. But yeah. So.
Right.
It didn't bother me then.
Right. It didn't bother you then.
It bothers me now because before then, I had never done it.
Yeah, and like you said before, Kayla, you had never done it too. This is what I mean, Lauren. It's a bigger problem than what you try to present.
Before Molly, I had never done that.
I'm sure.
Or anything like it. That's what I'm saying. Before Molly, it had been all adults. I don't know why I felt so low about myself that I would do that.
You mean that you would act on your attraction?
Okay,
The attraction.
how are you meaning that?
So the attraction did not come out of you feeling low about yourself. The acting upon that with engaging with Molly and things like that, that's a totally separate thing. But the actual attraction that you had so that you can be sexually aroused by someone who is of that age has nothing to do with you feeling low about yourself.
You're saying it's just because I was attracted to kids?
Yeah.
No, I'm disagreeing with you.
Why?
Because I had never done that before.
It doesn't matter if you've done it before.
And I had never been attracted to kids like that before.
You did, because you told me that you were aroused by hearing news stories of their abuse.
Well,
So
no,
there was
I
something
didn't say
in
I
you.
was. No, that's why I wondered why you kept calling it fancy. I'd hear it. I didn't have fantasies about it. Just because I'd hear it doesn't mean I'm having fantasies about it. It never aroused me.
Then why did it even come up?
So, because that's the first time I ever heard about it.
Well, let me try to put something together here, because I remember when we were talking and I was trying to help you figure out,
I think I figured out
where did this come from. Having physical arousal from a child is not a normal thing. So you were trying to figure out, where did it come from? And you were saying, I heard news stories of older men with kids, and you were aroused by them.
No, I
Okay,
never said
gotta
that I
go.
was
Goodbye.
aroused by them. There you go.
Absolutely fucking did, Lauren. Hang on.
Hey,
How you doing?
God, he's loud.
good and you?
Alright.
Good and you?
Fuck you, Lauren.
What's
What
up?
are you up to?
Pulling
Not much.
stickers off my glasses.
Pulling stickers off your glasses?
Yeah, this kid put stickers on my glasses.
Oh.
I think if I put
Does he realize
put
it's hard for
ribbon
you to see with stickers on your
down
glasses?
where I want it, and
Apparently
then,
not.
like, keep the ribbon there, I'll be able to figure out where I need to put the...
What are you at work now or are you home?
No, I'm getting ready to go in.
No. I see.
How about you? Did you call in?
Hate hearing
Nope,
him
I'm
breathe.
working right now.
Okay.
Oh, you're at work? Winnie told me that you had your leg chopped off.
No, I didn't have my leg chopped off. No, I had an abscess on it. So I went to the hospital yesterday morning.
They chopped
And I
it
get
off.
that. No, they didn't chop it off. They sliced it.
She
I
said,
did half of it. I did half of it the night before because I squeezed the shit out of it.
yeah.
She told me that I did have to work the night before by tending to her. But they had to stick a needle in it so she could numb it. Hey, didn't that fucking hurt?
Yeah, it doesn't sound...
It stuck a scalpel. No, it wasn't. Stuck a scalpel and sliced it and cleaned it out and put a bandage on it. And now gave me some antibiotics. Now I'm good to go.
Winnie told me she was going to she had this big story that you were going to get your leg chopped off and turn it into a lamp for her, like on A Christmas Story.
Oh, God. Yeah, she comes up with all kinds of shit. She's pretty creative, and she don't realize it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess Will has this new friend. Sounds like Larry the Cable Guy. He's bringing over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Winnie's leaving the baby with Matilda so they can have three-way sex.
Jesus. Those two are fucked right up.
I guess so.
They really are.
Well, she's the one who asked. And Will, I guess it's some guy that Will works with.
That's fucked up.
So, I don't know. I guess either they trade off or they're going to and they haven't yet. And that's just what Winnie said.
Cool.
I don't think it'd do any good for me to have to talk with her about doing shit like that, because she would end up doing it anyway and pretend like she didn't. Like, whatever.
She's really into him. She told me, like, he's a Red Sox fan. He used to be a truck driver, that he's kind of muscly and fat at the same time.
Alright.
He has crooked teeth. Ugh.
Actually.
Oh, my God. I don't know about her.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
He has a hair like yours.
I don't know.
Apparently, as soon as she saw him, she walked up to him and started flirting and invited him over. And Will, said, okay, you can come over for dinner. So last night, when he got all dressed up, and
Oh, God.
she called me and said, I tried to call Lauren, but he couldn't talk to me, and I want to talk to you about, me and whatever the guy's name is. So I don't know. I had to hang up.
Come on.
She called me and I was sleeping.
Come on.
Oh,
I
really?
thought it was Debbie that called.
Come on.
I thought it was Debbie that was calling, but it was Winnie. She asked me how I was doing. I said, I'm sleeping. She said, oh, sorry. She hung up. Whatever.
Just hung up on you, huh?
Oh, yeah. Whatever. I went back to sleep. Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I didn't talk to Debbie much. I didn't talk to Debbie much yesterday.
That wound up working, so.
Sent her all kinds of shit yesterday morning, and the only thing she said was yuck. I didn't know if she said yuck to my fucking abscess when I was at the hospital, because I took a picture of it, and with the
Alright.
doctor putting a needle in it.
Spots are marked.
Right.
I sent it to her. Then it was later on, I told her that I'd sing to her, but I have it on a country station. And after that, she said yuck, and I said, are you saying yuck to my abscess or to the country music? So to the hospital visit or to the country music? She never answered me until fucking later on. I asked her if she was at the beach. She said she's not right now. I'm not at home either, LOL. I said, what are you doing?
Uh-oh.
She said, I'm going to dinner soon. She said, is that okay with you?
Something
I was like, gee, yeah. I said, gee, I didn't realize that asking that question was a crime. I said, sorry for asking that. Sorry for asking such a terrible question. Enjoy your dinner. She said, I will. Bye. And I haven't said anything to her since. I didn't even say good morning to her.
That reminds
Didn't
me
say
of,
good night to her. Didn't say good morning.
you're just
Uh-huh.
like, that reminds me of Winnie.
What?
She would say, oh, I didn't think it was a crime to...
Well, Debbie wanted to be a fucking bitch yesterday, so I can be an asshole.
I think there's a
If you want
difference.
to be a bitch, I'll be an asshole. Huh?
There's a difference between being curt and short with somebody and being like a bitch. Was she rude to you? She was just like, she couldn't really talk at the time, I thought.
She said, I'm going to dinner soon. Is that okay with you? She was being a fucking bitch.
Okay.
She was being a bitch.
Fifis.
She was doing it on purpose. I don't give a fuck. She's not going to treat me like that.
Oh, here it is.
I'm always nice to her and really good to her, and I'm not going to be treated like that.
If Debbie is...
Here, what is...
Text from Winnie. If Debbie is going on a love cruise, then I am going to...
What?
A love cruise?
If Debbie what?
I'm reading it. If Debbie is going on a love cruise, then I'm going to invite Bilbo over tonight. His name is William Bonnerton, and he's a hunk. He looks just like Lorne. And his name rhymes with dildo. It can't get no better than that. LOL.
Debbie's going on a love cruise, huh?
I have no clue. This is news to
Okay, well,
me.
the holes are cut now. I just gotta.
I know she is. Winnie read it to me yesterday.
Oh, jeez. Are you guys spying on
Bye,
Debbie
Nutcracker.
with the Google Maps or something?
No, Winnie went on Debbie's Facebook page. She read it to me.
Oh, Lord.
Love Room 69. 69A. So what the fuck ever. She can go on a fucking love cruise, but she can't come up here and see me.
Wait a minute. You know her room number? You guys are weird.
I'm not weird. Winnie was reading this shit off to me.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't even know she was on Debbie's Facebook page until she fucking started reading shit. Sometime in August. Be nice if fucking Debbie would say shit to me, but she don't, so whatever. Do whatever the fuck she wants. I don't give a fuck. I'm not playing her game.
Is Debbie playing a game with you? Did she tell you she was
She's playing the
interested?
fucking game. She's playing the fucking game.
All right, but what makes you think that? Did she tell you she was interested? I didn't know you guys were dating. I thought you guys were just reading chat log.
It's shit that Winnie told me that Debbie told her.
Oh.
I'm not playing the fucking game. She can't fucking take me into consideration when she does shit. Then fuck her. I'm not doing that shit. I've got better things to do. She wants me, she can fucking have me, but she's not. I'm not fucking doing that shit.
Well, that would mean she
Oh,
doesn't
God,
want
you
you,
fucking-
Lauren.
Love
Could Winnie?
69.
Sorry. Could Winnie be misreading some of the stuff? I know she's interested in you.
Well, that's what he said. Room 69. Room 69A, 4th floor.
Sorry. You just keep saying that over and over again. It's funny.
Well, that number 69 just sticks right in my head. They did a fucking coincidence. You got Love Room 69.
I've never seen the appeal of 69. I mean, you either get balls on your nose and dick in your mouth and you can't breathe, or like, you get your pussy eaten and you can't concentrate on sucking dick because it feels good. I think it's dumb.
Doesn't matter. You can ask Debbie about it. She's the one that's getting the room 69. So
I'm not going to ask her about 69.
no, ask her about her room number.
Oh my God! Keep pouting about it, Lauren.
I don't know if that's really my
Really
place.
make you
I mean,
sound
if she wants to go on a cruise,
I was kidding.
Oh.
I was kidding. I gotta tell people when I'm kidding because a lot of people don't don't realize that I'm kidding.
Yeah, because you're not funny.
Well, I think you're just ranting and things are coming out of your mouth and you realize that it sounded like you asked me to do something that you didn't want me to do. So you said you were kidding. I get it.
No, I didn't want you to ask her.
Yes.
Only joking. That's being a smart ass.
I know.
You have to be smart to be a smart ass, Lauren.
It's a nice change up from you usually being a dumbass.
Good you.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't
What
put.
have you been doing?
Oh, just working. I wouldn't put too much stock in what Winnie says because
Debbie had the ticket on her picture of the ticket on her Facebook page. She
Oh
must
my
be going on a fucking
God.
cruise.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it. I'm just going by what Winnie says.
Okay then.
I can't see that stuff.
Is she reliable when it comes to that, or?
The hell do I know?
Because you're letting yourself getting really upset over something that's not even confirmed, verified, and it came from Winnie.
Right now, I'm more upset about the way that Debbie acted to me yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm more upset about that right now.
Lauren, you're so
Well,
fickle. Forgive her if she offered to squat over your face and rub her panties on your nose, and you know it.
I just don't want her acting like I don't matter.
You don't. Anyway,
If
try this.
I'm mad at it, she needs to fucking tell me.
Well, there's
If I don't,
degrees, though.
tell me that, and then if I don't matter to her, then she can tell me, and I'll leave her alone.
It's not all or nothing. You can matter to somebody a great deal and still not be as important as whatever it is they're doing on that day and time that you want their attention. It's not anything bad. It's not black and white.
No, but it's not you act like a bitch to them either. I'm not playing that bullshit game. I don't treat her bad, and I'm not going to be treated bad myself.
That's all you deserve, though. So,
Well, you probably
I don't
have
care if
your
I'm
girls on the back burner, so.
come on.
I don't care if I'm on the registry or not. It don't fucking matter to me.
I didn't say
I
that.
haven't. I know, but some people think that.
I've never said that. The registry is how you
No,
met
you've
people.
never said it. Some people think that. I know you've never said it. Some people think that he's got no other choice because he's on the registry. He has to take what he can get. No, I don't. I haven't gotten fucking laid in this long. Obviously, I can hold it in.
That's so
I know how to
weird.
work it
Who
myself.
said that? Who said that about you? Because you're on the registry, no one would be interested. That's bullhooky.
No, it's what some people think. That's the way some people think.
But you've heard people
I
say
don't
that
get-
about you, or you're just assuming that?
I'm assuming that's what they think.
Oh, okay.
But I've also seen shit online that other people say.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like, really? These fucking people think that they're something great and people want them when they live a fucked up life.
Like being a pedophile?
They try to pick on other people for being on the registry.
Oh, God.
Like, fuck 'em. All I know is I have feelings for Debbie, but I'm not gonna be played with. I'm not gonna be treated like I'm nothing, like I don't matter.
Well, you are nothing, and you
Well,
don't matter.
She knows
coincidentally,
how I feel. And,
that's what you're saying. What you're saying right now is what Will has been texting me for like a week.
I know we'll want your fucking pussy.
Oh,
He tried
God.
to get me to call you.
I didn't say that. Oh, he did?
No, I'm saying that. Yeah, he said that.
Oh, God.
He
reached
called
a
me,
new
tried to get
problem
me to call
because-
you and text you. Fucking called me like 2 minutes after he hung up,
Does not
or after I
actually
said goodbye to
go
him.
in-
Asked me if I texted you yet.
Doesn't
No,
so-
fucking, I'm not gonna fucking text her for you, Will. She doesn't want you. She wants fucking Dan.
He won't stop calling me. And then earlier, Winnie sent me a picture of herself holding a ruler up to his, and then she was giving thumbs up with a big smile.
Block them,
Come on.
so they can't do that shit.
I should.
Alright, well,
I just feel like if he gets really mad, he's going to send Dan the videos of me blowing him and all that stuff.
Nope.
And I don't want him to do that. He's threatened to do that. So,
Reasons to stay away from them, that dumbass.
I mean, I don't think he'd
He's
really...
a dumbass.
I think he's just
He's a
desperate.
dumbass for threatening that. He's a
think
dumbass
he's-
for threatening that.
Yeah, I know. He's just desperate, I think, to talk, or at least just to kind of get an idea of what's going on. And I probably just have to have a face-to-face talk with him.
No, you don't have to have face-to-face talk with him. Why the fuck would you want a face-to-face talk with him?
Well, you know, if you look
You
in
can
someone's
blow him
eyes...
again?
No, just so he knows
Wouldn't that
I'm
make
serious.
sense?
So he knows I'm serious. I didn't say face to crotch.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's where it probably wind up.
Oh, come on, Lauren. Have a little
Really,
faith
Lauren?
in me.
Well, I try to, but Christ, I didn't even realize that you did anything with him before. You don't need to have a face-to-face talk with him. You just need to tell him over the phone, leave me the fuck alone, because I'm getting tired of you harassing me. You can tell him that out straight, you know.
I know. You're right. I mean, you know what it's
You
like.
and
He's 15
you and
years...
Dan have a good thing together.
I
You
feel,
and Dan have a good thing together. Don't ruin it.
Lauren, he's 15 years younger than I am.
So,
That's
Debbie's
crazy.
what, fucking 18 years younger than me?
Yes, it's inappropriate. I should never have done that.
Well, not inappropriate because he's an adult.
Come on.
Well,
But it's inappropriate
Yeah,
because
no,
you're
alright.
with Dan.
Well, I tried. It's not
I know.
working.
I just
So,
need
this
to
is not
find
going on,
a
which
way
sucks.
to
Well,
explain it and
Maybe
have
if I
everything
just-
be okay with nobody mad. And I
But
probably
not face to face.
Okay.
You need to stay away from face to face with him. You're smart enough to know
thanks,
that.
Bull Rush. Yeah, I still can't believe that this time it worked.
All right.
This thing face to face talk thing, that's just another way of you saying that you want to get through it again.
Shut
No,
up,
it's
Lauren.
not.
Jesus.
Yes, it is. I know you.
What? What do you know about me?
Yeah.
I'm not some cock-hungry, insane...
Yeah, you are.
I can't believe you.
Go fuck yourself.
You are. You're
Lauren.
cock hungry.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
You are. You might as well admit it.
Well, so are you then.
I'm not cock hungry.
Yeah, you are. You're your brother.
I'm far from it.
Yeah, right.
I'm Debbie hungry, but
Ugh.
don't know how that's going to work out.
Alright, come on. Give me something here.
Was working out good
There we
before,
go.
now I'm not quite so sure.
Okay.
Just because she's
Yeah.
going to Jamaica or something?
Tahiti,
Oh, Tahiti.
I had a goddamn
Love
plan.
Ugh.
169.
Love Cruise is just
Whatever.
the name of... The Love Cruise is just the name of a cruise line. It just means no kids allowed, that's all.
Yeah, well, isn't that a fucking coincidence?
Mm.
No
What is
kids
that?
allowed on the Love Cruise. Love
No,
Cruise,
'cause-
room 69.
Grown-ups just don't want to have...
Okay, well, I
Like,
snapped off
you
the
know,
part that was giving
They
me
just
a
want to
problem.
chill
Like
and have
kids-
vacation.
Like kids around when they
And
want to fuck.
it's sitting
No,
there.
well, that too,
I
but
just
that's not
don't
what I
trust
mean.
its
Sometimes you just
stability.
want to not have to deal with screaming,
So-
running kids. You want to go sun yourself and chill.
Maybe I can,
Yeah, well.
like, you know.
She could come up here and chill with me and see me, but I don't see that even on her radar.
But I can't believe this is fucking working out so
Did
well.
she ever say that she was going to do that?
She told me before she was going to come up. I'm just fucking waiting for the time. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. All I see is the same old bullshit that she's fucking doing, traveling everywhere else. But
See, like that. I don't want it to fall like that.
Not
I've gotta
coming up
figure
here.
something out to keep it upright.
I'm not playing that fucking bullshit. I deserve better than to play that fucking bullshit all over again. That was the same bullshit with Winnie. Same bullshit with Ramona before. Which Ramona was a whole different kind of bullshit.
Why does it
Same
sound
bullshit with
like
Amanda Gaines.
Why does it sound like you're like sitting on a skateboard going downhill on a cobblestone road?
Because I'm on a
But
little bit of a bumpy road
that
over
problem
here.
aside,
Oh my goodness. I'd love to do
think
that.
this might
I feel
actually
good.
work out.
I do it on a bicycle with no seat.
not into the wind, but I feel
Yeah,
like
with no
maybe
you want to make sure it's not a metal post that's hanging up,
No,
sticking up.
it'll be rubber.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you definitely want it to be rubber. You want to make sure it's not 2 feet long too.
not glue, but I could maybe
you
'cause this,
really get your heart touched in a
this
different
is
way.
made out of
Yeah, I
foam.
know.
So maybe I could like sew.
I don't know, Lauren. I think,
I don't know. I'm just
what were you going to say?
worried about that, you know, because if
I
I
was
look
gonna ask
up,
if
it's
you
gonna
had
fall
checked the
right
email
out.
lately.
Oh, yeah, there's an application for
Let's
Screen,
figure something out.
Screen Actors
But-
Guild.
Feel like if this is the
Union
most of
and
my worries, I'm fucking
A
fine
price
with that.
list,
You know what I
so
mean?
it'll be like $3
like
grand
after
for you
all
to sign
this,
up.
if this thing
But
is the worst
once you
of my
sign up
problems,
for
then
it,
fine.
then Sylvester Stallone's company,
My-
what is it?
Oh,
Geriatrobics
my
Inc.
lap, I'm a dummy.
They'll cut you a check, they say, after you show them proof of your membership. So you can start making travel arrangements, and they'll give you a per diem and everything. But it's in
Did you
Connecticut.
check it all? Did you get all? People find out if it's legit.
Well, I just looked at the email. I didn't call anybody, but, I mean, that's the name of his company. They produced a video last year. You know, so this is going to be part of a series, I guess.
And the thing is, I don't even know if I'll be able to go to Connecticut to do it.
Why not?
Sylvester Stallone might actually have to literally come out here and meet me and my probation officer before I'm able to do it.
Sylvester Stallone
Serious.
is not going to meet your fucking probation officer. Mitchell Oswald can jerk it all he wants to that idea. He wants to meet
Well,
Chris Hansen. Now that can be in the cards.
But yeah.
I'm serious though. That literally might have to happen. As sad as it is.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I know you,
appreciate
but
you guys indulging
are you
me
important
through
enough
all this
for
stuff.
Sly to come and do that?
But,
I mean, he's a
I
porn
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm important enough to it.
Patrick, your timing is perfect because this is actually where I'm gonna call it. Thanks again to everybody who hung out, and again everybody who supported me through the fiasco of attempting this yesterday. Thank you. I still can't believe this worked. I have no idea when I'll be streaming again because of work. My summer job just started, so I don't know when I will. I'm gonna be so vain every time I'm fucking wearing this wig. I have no idea when I'm gonna have the time. Like, I've gotta get the schedule, you know, I've gotta get used to it and everything, get into a rhythm. But, next time that I stream, it's gonna start off with a Lauren Petal Rumble, because Cat G was kind and donated $20. So I made a black cat sim for Cat G to murder Lauren with, and then we'll probably do more Taken Abroad Sims play. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me through this. I appreciate it. And I will see y'all as soon as I have any free time. But sweetheart.